What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to a very special live stream of a Bubba and the Bloom auction draft. I am Joe Orrico. I'm going to be drafting in this, which is going to be interesting to do while hosting the stream, but it should be a lot of fun. Have some friends joining us along the way. And to kick it off here, I think, it makes a lot of sense whenever I start a new venture in this space. The first person I usually bring on as a guest is Ryan Bloomfield, and he is joining today, of course, one half of Bubba and the Bloom and one of the hosts of these auction leagues. Ryan is a great friend, known him for many years, and he's usually the first person I bring on whenever I start a new podcast or do something for the first time. So it's very fitting, Ryan, that you're joining me here right now. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for doing this. This is a selfless act. I know from experience, and you've streamed these auctions yourself. Doing an online auction for 4 hours is hard enough. Doing one while also trying to hold conversations with other people and streaming it is upping that degree of difficulty even more. But it makes for a fun product, fun experience. So I personally appreciate you streaming this thing, and I speak on behalf for all of us. So thank you, man.
It's my pleasure. It adds to the experience. It's a lot of fun. We did this a couple years ago. I'm not sure why I didn't do it last year. I think there was something else I had to be doing while auctioning at the same time, but it's fun to get behind the mic with you and do this again. Just gonna be talking through my picks. Last time I did this, Ryan was in the draft, but this time he just gets to sit back and Monday morning.
I have the easy part. I get to just sit here, chill, and just make fun of you.
Chirp my picks. I have been prepping for this, watching your auction show that you did with Bloom, and also watching the Bubba and the Bloom, the Bench with Bubba episode with Mark Winokur and Mike Mager. Also really key for the prep for this, because I'm not a huge auction player. If you're coming in here thinking like I'm an expert auctioneer or anything like that, is not the case. I'm mostly a snake draft guy. I do a 1 or 2 auctions a year, this being the first of this year and my first Fab League of the year. But I am more of a novice in these streets when it comes to the auctioning. And I think, Ryan, you are more, I think, as well, of a snake draft player as opposed to an auction player.
Yeah, I mean, and mostly it's just because of availability, right? I mean, most of my drafts so far up until now, the draft and holds. A lot of the kind of industry leagues that we're in are draft and holds. It's hard to kind of get 15 people at the same time for 4 hours to sit down and do these auctions. So yeah, I only do about 1 to 2 per year, but that's why we do these in an auction format. So these leagues, I mean, just to give like a quick kind of background to this, these are 10 separate 15 team auction leagues that are for listeners of the Bubba and the Bloom podcast. It's a low barrier of entry. It's $50 to get in. We've got 10 of these leagues. The first one was yesterday. Ben Tidd kicked us off yesterday. You are our second auction, Joe, and you are our first live streamer. The other 8 of these leagues, and they're pretty much every day through the rest of February, are going to be live streamed as well. So for folks out there who want to get some auction content, you will have roughly 32 hours worth of Bubba and the Bloom auction listener league live streams to your heart's content. So that's generally what we're doing here. They're individual leagues, but then there's an overall component across the whole 150 person universe, which is a ton of fun to do.
Yeah, it's just a crazy change for me, just switching gears from the DC brain. I've only done draft champions, so it's a big change, and it's officially underway now. The draft is going. We are waiting for our first nomination, and it is Corbin Carroll.
And that's a fun throw. Yeah, that's a fun throw.
Average is 38, and he's currently at 27. It's not a bad price right now. I'm not going to be jumping in with both feet on the first nomination for a guy with not a clear picture of health right now. I think I'm going to personally sit this one out, just see where the room goes with it.
Yep. And as you'll see on these, so this is what you're looking at here is the draft room through the NFBC. And one of the things that they have is this AAV right next to the player's name. That's their average auction value, $38 for Corbin Carroll. I will note he went for $35 in yesterday's auction, given the Ham8 discount, and then just went for $34 in this one. So you're getting $3 to $4 discount at the top end for Corbin Carroll with that newfound injury concern, I'll call it.
Yeah, I think it's reasonable. You shave a couple of dollars off of the norm for him. I think that's like if you told me I could have got him for $4 below going in, I think I would be okay with that just as the first nomination. The way that I've tend to do these the last couple of years is just kind of get a feel for how people are bidding over the first couple picks. Unless it's a huge target of mine, I'm not really jumping in for the first couple, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. And usually what you'll see in these auctions is typically the first couple rounds. It's not just like a straight draft, but you will see kind of the highest profile guys go. And this year, there are, let's see, if I include J-Ram, who just went for 42, there are 8 players going for over $40 in these auctions. So you'll see the cream of the crop go in the 40s. Here's an interesting one, a utility Kyle Schwarber. One of the strategies, so to speak, that folks like to do is throw out utility guys early, because in these auctions, you have to fill your starting lineup with your $260. And kind of the thought behind that is you want other teams to, quote unquote, clog that utility spot in an auction, because that does actually hamper you in an auction when you're bound to those 23 starting spots.
Yeah, he goes for a couple dollars below average as well at 24.
Went for 27 yesterday. I'll probably repeat myself a lot with what these values were yesterday in our first Bubba and the Bloom auction, but I think it's a good frame of reference. Aaron Judge will easily go in the 40s. He went for 47 yesterday. The fun thing is we can see your mouse, Joe, hovering over that bid $44 button.
Yeah, I'm not doing myself any favors by streaming this particular page, but I'm doing it for the good of the people.
I do the same thing. Some folks like to do the actual auction board, but I like I think it's helpful for people that are either getting into auctions or using NFBC or whatever. You can actually see the mechanics of the draft room. I think it's much more useful this way.
Yeah. If you're looking at the screen here and you see where my mouse is going, under the names of the players here on the yellow box, it'll show you who's bid what on that particular player. So just about everybody has thrown a bid here. About 8 teams have thrown a bid in on Judge, who's already $3 above his average at 51. It's getting a little pricey, but it looks like that's the final number, 51 for Aaron Judge.
That goes to my fellow Oregonian, Mr. Dungan. So nice, going aggressive out of the. Are you looking at these $40 players? Have you strategized kind of how you want to build this thing? Star scrub, spread the risk. Are you looking at these $40 guys? Just depends.
I really just want to play the board as it comes to me. If I end up with 2 $40+ players because I think that I got them at good values, then I'm okay with that. If I end up with nobody above $35 and it just ends up like that, I really don't want to lock myself into a corner of having to follow one particular strategy. So I don't have a set plan. I think I'm going to be kind of malleable depending on how aggressive people get. And it looks like it's kind of varying here. There's a couple of guys who've gone above average, a couple below to kick things off. So I'm not really getting a great feel for the room so far. Ellie goes right at his average here of 38 to Geary. I kind of need to just see how the board is playing here. Augustin Ramirez is a really interesting nomination here.
That's how do you probably an ode to Bubba there with the Goose is his favorite. So I'm sure.
How do you know it's a Bubba and the Bloom listener league? I bet he goes to 20+.
Exactly. Let's see. What did the Goose go for yesterday? He went for 17 yesterday, which I feel is it's $1 lower than his average. So there was no Bubba and the Bloom catcher tax, which is surprising. Looks like it's stalling out around 14, Joe. 2 seconds left.
Yeah, it's not bad. 15. Up to 15 now. It's not bad.
You're not interested, I can tell. I'm just trying to put you on tilt, man. I'm just trying to put you.
Yeah, no, do it. That's why I got you here. That's
what we like to do on the show is give each other crap. $16 for the Goose.
That's a good price. You know what? Yeah. That's not a bad price here.
I mean, catchers in general, that's a big kind of theme to this year's auctions is at least at the top, you've got, I think, 4 or 5 catchers going $20 or more. Obviously, Cal Raleigh's there, but you've got your like Hunter Goodman, Ben Rice, Shea Langoliers, etc., going in the 20s. So I don't know. Relative to that, the Goose at 16 isn't too bad. Here's Bobby Witt, so this will approach 50. I would imagine.
I'm in at 48. We'll see if anybody pushes me. This is my top dollar here. Oh man, 49.
I thought you would get him at 48, man.
I thought I would too. I mean, if you put in exactly these league settings into the auction calculator at Fangraphs, 15 team, all the specific settings, Bobby Witt comes in at $39.
Yeah.
So I think that that's going to happen quite a bit, because if you look even at Aaron Judge, he's a $42 player on the auction calculator. So I think there will be a little bit more aggressive bidding.
At the top end of these NFBC auctions, and maybe that's just the marketplace, whatever, given all the $40 guys at the top, those guys are going to go more than pretty much any auction calculator is going to tell you, which is the tricky part of auctions, right? So Shane McClanahan's up now. I think we can probably talk through this one, but that's the tough part of auctions is you put your, you have your projections or whatever, you have your thing, and you spit out dollar values, but then you kind of have to marry that with what you think the room will actually pay for these guys. Because if if you're under, if you're $10 below all these good players at the top, you're not going to end up with any of those good players. So you need to kind of adjust and kind of find that balance with what your values say in an auction calculator versus what the league is actually doing. It's these things are tricky.
Yeah, that's why I prefer to come in without a specific set plan. And it's up to me here. And let's get the big dog out of the way. Shohei Ohtani. We'll see what he goes for.
Went for $50 yesterday. Will be interesting to see, given that Judge went for 51. Who's going to be top dog here? And Witt was 49. So looks 49. Like you're in on the bidding here.
Yeah,
you're just trying to click. You're trying to get that click in when it.
Every time I go, somebody's already one up to me.
I know.
Okay, I'll go in at 50.
Wow. Dungan again. So that's 51. I assume he's going to get him at 51. Dungan
he already has Judge.
He got Judge. So he's got Judge and Ohtani.
Wow. Holy shit.
For $100. So $102 out of his 260 is now tied up in two players. The best two players.
That's the beauty of the auction. That's
the beauty of the auction.
Impossibility in any snake draft you'll ever do.
Yes.
But that's what you can do in the auction. If you want them, you've taken up a huge chunk of your budget, but you've locked in potentially 100 plus homers and a 300 batting average with your top two selections.
So it's all going to be how he plays. Obviously, he plays those probably dollar days at the end. He can probably take a nap and come back in an hour and be good. Yeah, as Cappy Dave in the chat here says, he'll be silent for a while. Probably. Francisco Lindor just went for 28. What did he go for in the first?
I think his average is 31.
He went for 26 yesterday, 28 today. Average is 31, so that's a $3 discount, similar to fellow Ham8 teammate Corbin Carroll. So
yeah, it feels about right.
Feels about right. Who are you less concerned about if you had to pick, Lindor or Corbin Carroll, relative to their price?
Probably Carroll. I'm a little bit less concerned about, because Lindor, as good of a season as he had last year, and forgive me if I get specific numbers wrong while running this, because I'm going to go mostly at the top of my head, but his barrel rate went from something like 14 to 8% last year. And if he's dealing with a hand injury to go along with a potentially diminished, optimal barrel rate, maybe he's closer to 20 than to 30 home runs this season. So I worry a little bit more about him. With Carroll, I think the power is on an upward trajectory. He's a lot younger. The thing with Carroll that Mason brought up on Sleeper in the Bust recently is that if he does have a hand problem, it could hamper his speed potentially, because they don't want him stealing and sliding head first. And it looks like I have my first buy here. I have my ace with
Christopher Sanchez, $26. I like that price, man. Went for 27 yesterday.
I'll take it. I think Sanchez, you could make a case for him as high as 4th in starting pitcher rankings. And some people might even want to put him ahead of Skeens. I know it sounds crazy, but if you're looking at potential wins, maybe some people would want to give him the slight edge there. Not saying I would. I'd probably have him 4th or 5th in starting pitcher rankings, but for $26, it's interesting because he's gone before the Skubal, Skeens, Crochet tier, but those guys are all, I think, going to go for at least 10 more, if not 15 more. That's
what I was just going to add. Typically, the Skubal, Skeens, Crochet crew, the clear top 3 is going for roughly around $40. So Yes, I agree. There's a gap between that top 3 and whoever your SP4 is. It's kind of the much talked about debate in fantasy this draft season is who's your SP4. But you got a $15 difference between Chris Sanchez and those top 3. So
yeah,
I like that, man. I think that's a strong buy for you. Good to get on the board with a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a big Chris Sanchez guy, and so have you for a long time. So yeah. I'm happy to put him on the board first. That's no problem. No problem over here. How far are you into this? We have a couple questions in the chat.
I can do the chat. Don't worry about it, Joe.
Yeah, I might need it. Yeah, that's
no, you've got way too much crap to worry about. Alejandro Kirk is up, AAV of $10. He's already at 11. How far are we into this? We just started about 10 minutes ago, and we are, I think, in the first round still of nominations. So you have not missed much. Some talk about Corbin Carroll can wear the oven mitt. This is true. Biku says, I was wondering if anyone has gone with Judge and Ohtani before. There's my answer. And for those just joining, that is the highlight of this auction so far. We have a team with Judge and Ohtani. Junior Caminero is coming in hot. Wow, $35 already. Bubba's a big Caminero guy, so I don't know. I guess our listeners listen to Bubba for some reason, but went for $35 in this one. Caminero went for 31 yesterday, and that was his average as well. So $4 above average for Junior Caminero, but get your guy.
There's been a lot of talk about the home and away splits and some of the poor numbers he showed when he wasn't playing in the minor league park last year. Does that worry you at all?
No, not really. No. Honestly, I think there was 2 splits going on at once, right? It was the BABIP, but then also the power. I think the power is good enough that it plays anywhere, though. I don't know, man. Have you seen the pictures of the new roof install at the Trop?
Was that real? I thought that was AI, the circus looking thing. Was that real?
It was, I think the one I saw, which I'm pretty sure was real, was like, it wasn't circus, but it was like white and tan, like going back and forth panels in the roof. I don't know, man.
Is that going to improve the
I'm not colorblind, but let's see.
There's a batter's eye problem there too, right? In Tampa?
Tough look. There was a batter's eye problem. There was a turf problem. They have new turf now. I don't know if they've done anything to the batter's eye. Real quick, Edwin Diaz went for $25. So that is the other thing. I mean, for folks that have been in draft and hold so far this draft season, right? The big theme has been like those elite closers going in the second to third round of these draft and holds. That price has pretty much relatively held firm in auction so far, to where in yesterday's Bubba and the Bloom Listener League auction, 3 closers, one of which was Edwin Diaz, went for $25. It was Edwin Diaz, Mason Miller, and I don't know, somebody else. Trust me, there were 3. Cade Smith was the third one.
Okay.
So, and there are probably 7 to 8 closers going for $20 or more, which is just bonkers prices. It's something, if you're in these kind of NFBC type auctions, you need to have a plan for what you want to do at closer. If you want to get one of those top closers, you are spending $20 or more for a closer, which in the past was very rare.
It kind of mirrors the market that I've been seeing in early drafts of closers just keep getting pushed up the boards to the point where the 2-3 turn, some people are taking 2 closers there.
Yep. And it hasn't really changed in Fab Leagues. I've done a couple 12-team online championships. I've seen those in Fab Leagues, and the closer prices are slightly discounted, but not much. You're paying just as much of a premium in Fab. At first, I thought it was just a draft and hold type deal, but it has so far carried over to Fab Leagues. Vlad and Kyle Tucker went for $34 and $36 respectively. I saw you clicking furiously for Kyle Tucker.
I was on Tucker. Yeah, the only thing that concerns me potentially is his health after the last couple of seasons, but he feels so safe in that lineup. I think he should be going in. We're talking snake draft wise. I feel like, anytime he goes outside the top 10 picks, that feels like he's become a bit of a bargain at that point. Yep.
And actually a little expensive for this one. Kyle Tucker went for $32 yesterday. His average is, if I had the right tab, it's 35, and he just went for 36 in this one.
Yeah.
So
22 for Devers, which feels honestly fairly reasonable when you look at the first base pool as a whole. He's somebody that's people are kind of down on this year, but I think it might be over exaggerated, the decline of Devers a little bit.
$12 cheaper than Vlad. So you're obviously not comparing those two, but
as much as I love Vlad, I'm going to be the biggest Vlad homer you're going to talk to, and how much of a difference is there with Devers and Vlad? There is a difference, but is it that much? Is it a $12 difference? Right. I don't know.
Right. Yep. Different categories at play and whatnot there, but yeah, here's Skubal, 41. So this is typical for where Tariq Skubal has gone. He is, again, the first of the big three starting pitchers to go. Ends up at $41, which is pretty normal for these NFBC auctions so far. So Skubal first ace off the board. And again, you got Chris Sanchez, $15 cheaper than Skubal. So, I mean, probably should be $15 cheaper, but that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I really like Soderstrom this year.
You need to sell me on him. I don't like the ground ball rate, to be honest. But we'll see. First base outfield is helpful, and the park is obviously very helpful.
I've liked having him in DCs. I need to kind of shift my brain more towards the 12 teams, the OCs and whatnot, but the power with the ability to hit for a high average. People, I think, not you, but people in general, I think, will remember the first month of the season where he went ballistic and hit like 10 home runs. And I think the average person is going to probably perceive that he was poor down the stretch. But if memory serves, he hit over 300 in the second half.
Yeah.
And I like the ballpark. I like the lineup. The lineup versatility. I think that he's a really good ball player. But what do you think? It's the ground ball rate's too high? I'm not sure off the top of my head. Is it over 50?
For me, yeah, it's right around 50%. So I think he has the raw power. It's just a little bit of Vlad in him. But went for 20 today. Went for 15 yesterday. So
wow,
folks like him. Pete Armstrong, another polarizing fella, $26, went for 23 yesterday. So certainly a tier below, and you're up. You're going to nominate Julio, it looks like.
Yeah.
My kid had his Julio Rodriguez jersey, wore that to daycare today. So we are Julio fans in the Bloomfield household.
I love Julio. He's just so solid every year. He's getting expensive.
Yeah, you're in at 39, which is his average. And
yeah, that's a part of this too, is the mental aspect of going over the number you see on the screen.
Dude, I wish, and maybe I'm in the minority on this, I wish they did not have the AAV front and center. The room certainly anchors to that number. You're going to see variance for individual players just based on when they're nominated and how much money and all those dynamics. But that is certainly, in my opinion, there's some anchoring bias towards that average auction value for sure.
Yeah. You don't want to click over unless it's one of quote unquote your guys.
Your guys. Who is this? Leandro Cedeno.
I don't know. He was for some reason at the top of the ranking list, and this is an auto bid. That's an unfortunate. I don't know who he is, but it looks like
that is bizarre.
The admin has been contacted.
Yeah, so you can in these. Yeah, we had a question in the chat earlier. Who is Leandro Cedeno? And I ignored it because I have no idea who that is. But I guess they was at the top of the queue. Yeah, they're going to get that corrected. I'm not sure why he was at the top. So in these NFBC drafts, there is someone monitoring. It's Jeff Stein. Awesome dude to work with. Super nice guy. He is. You can contact the admin in these leagues and they will roll back like obvious mistakes. There was a story of someone nominated Gunnar Henderson for $127. Obviously, like Fat probably meant 27 or 17, and 127 came out, and one Gunnar Henderson for $127. They rolled that back. So like the obvious type stuff, they will help you out with that.
This has been rolled back here.
Okay, good. Is that a made up person, or is Leandro Cedeno like a minor leaguer? I am notorious for not knowing who these people are, but
I think he was a placeholder name that for some reason, Trio, I can't get my finger on him. There we go. Oh, Jesus.
Leandro Cedeno is a real person. Well, we don't care who he is, but he is a real person.
Trio's getting expensive here. $3 over average.
Yeah, 35. That's a little more than he normally goes. I'd rather have PCA at 26 than Churio at 35. I only make that comp because PCA just went, and I can't remember what the other dollar values were. But it was Cal Raleigh, so this is obviously your top catcher. Raleigh's been went for $30 yesterday, and an average auction value of 28. I guess there's someone on the Bubba Bloom pod account is in the chat. Hopefully that's Bubba, or else we've been hacked. But
one of your kids, maybe.
Yeah, probably one of my kids. They can't type that well yet. Cal Raleigh at 27. That's gonna get for 27. So that's a reasonable price.
30 yesterday. You said it was 30 yesterday.
Went for 30 yesterday. Which to me is too much. And even in snake drafts, I have not been Cal Raleighing. Mason Miller now up. So again, Edwin Diaz went for $25 earlier in this auction as well as yesterday. And Welch is in, not the Welsh, but one of our subscribers, Welch, is in here at just got bid up to 26 for Mason Miller, which is his average. So again, on the surface, a bonkers price for a closer, but that is what the market is paying for Mason Miller.
Yeah, that's gonna keep me in the middle tier closers if that's what the going rate is. I just can't do it. I can't do it.
I can't either. The problem that I've done one of these auctions already, but like the problem is I keep saying that for every single closer that comes up, and I end up with like Dennis Santana. Maybe Dennis Santana is going to be fine, but like as my closer one. So at some point, Joe, unless you have a strategy where you don't care that much about closers, like you're probably going to have to take your medicine and pay $2-3 more than you want for, at least if you want a good closer.
I care less than I do in the DC, of course, but I can't care enough to get into the mid to high 20s. And maybe that's, just me not adapting to the market, but I'd rather shop in the, the Hoffman, Pagan type of range if that's going to be the going rate for the top tier guys. And maybe I can get somebody who slips a little bit, but mid 20s, I mean, you're talking about 10% of your budget on a closer, on one closer. That's a steep price.
No, I'm with you. I have not paid it. I would like to, like in the auction that I was in, I took like Raisel Iglesias at 19, which still feels, it's like, man, that's a lot of money for a second tier closer. But I don't know, man. It's all relative.
You not worry about Suarez at all?
I do. Yes, I do. Like, I think Iglesias is good enough to hold it all year, but he was not last year. He had that rough patch and lost the job. Only reason Iglesias got the job back is because Atlanta didn't have anybody else. This year they do. So, like, I mean, I firmly believe Iglesias is the guy, but if he hits another rough patch, he may not be able to get the job back. And that has to at least stick in the back of your mind.
Yeah. Oh, Max Muncy, one of my guys.
Okay. Kind of a random throw, average of $2. So there's some strategy behind this. Orrico's in at 4.
And they know that I'm hosting it. What the hell?
Whoa, 12.
You know what? He's worth it. I think he's probably worth close to it. But
you just wrote him up, didn't you, Max Muncy? Or tweeted about him or something.
I've written him up. Fantasy Pros shared a short clip that I did on one of the podcasts on their social channels about him.
That's what I saw.
I've talked about him a lot. When you look at how he performed after he got the glasses, like, yes, he's an injury risk. Yes, he is old. But that lineup is so good. He was so good when he was playing in the second half that I think he's worth taking where he's going, which is the mid 200s. But $12, You're getting a little steep there for a guy who's on average 3. I think that's kind of pushing the brink of where he could get for value wise, in that $15 type of range, hopefully. But that's a bold pick. That's a ballsy move.
And it went from like $5 because you were in at 4. It went from I think 5 straight up to 12. So whoever did that just typed in 12 and hit bid. Again, not going to knock any of these picks, players, whatever. It's just every auction's different.
They just said, I'm not dealing with any BS. I'm taking him. He's mine.
Hey, there you go. There you go. Michael Cicchini, one of our loyal listeners to Bubba and the Bloom, makes a good point in the chat here. Says, unless Bubba and the Bloom prices are radically different, you should be able to get a David Bednar / Aroldis Chapman around $20, which he says isn't terrible. I think I agree with that. You're up for Skeens at 38. You sure have them.
I got him. So we're going.
Wow, you got some pitching.
We're going pocket aces. Apparently, that's the way the auction works. Sometimes you never know how it's gonna go. But
wow, so 38 on Skeens and 24 on Sanchez. That's also good. I mean, going to be in play a factor into your closer strategy there too. Because if you spend 20 on a closer, that's a lot of money in pitching.
Yeah. I'm going to try and not spend 20 on a closer as much as I think
you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to, but I might have to push upper teens potentially. But
yeah,
now I don't have to really worry about pitching for a little while, at least, depending on who gets thrown, of course. But now I can kind of just focus on building out my hitting. But I'll take that. I think they were both $1 below average.
Yep.
Which is not the be all and end all, but I'll take it.
No, especially at the high end. Skeens yesterday went for 38 in our league yesterday, but yeah, on average he's been going 39. So got him for $1 off. TDK in the chat says, "Show your team, Joe." We won't make Joe jump through any additional hoops for this, as he.
I mean, I'll tell you guys who I have.
I think
right now. Yeah, it's Skeens and it's Chris Sanchez. It's on the right side of the screen there. And as we get later on, they'll do breaks, I think, after every 10 rounds or something like that.
It is so there's a break after the 7th round and 15th round. So yeah, I think it's 5 minutes.
When that comes up, I can go over to sharing the overall board for a couple of minutes and show you guys what's going on.
There we go. No, Joe, every time you do a player, you've got to switch your screen share to your team.
And then switch it over to
back,
the draft tracking and everything else, and just give you guys my email, and I'll show you what's going on.
There was actually a request to have you share your spreadsheet with you too, so you could weave that into the rotation.
Yeah, I don't think so, guys.
We're just giving you guys crap.
It's a holiday after all, guys. Come on, I'm not going to do extra work.
That's right. We're working on a holiday here. Here comes Corey Seager, $15, average of 14. As we were talking there, the last 3 guys who just went: Pete Alonso for 28, Bryce Harper 24, and Wyatt Langford for 25. So Alonso versus Harper, right? That's your apples to apples kind of a deal at first base. 28 for Alonso, 24 for Bryce.
And going back to Devers earlier, who was 22. I mean, if it's Devers or I'll take Pete straight up, of course, but Harper versus Devers, I think it's probably closer to Devers than people want it to be at this point.
Certainly, I think in these 15 teamers where you need to have some floor and some depth, would have to think the floor, at least injury floor for Devers, who played 163 games last year, is higher than Harper, who you kind of have to build in an IL stint at some point.
And with all those games, none of them at third, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a bit tough. $20 so far for Ben Rice.
No real discount with the Goldschmidt signing, and he has some kind of. I think he slept funny, and he has a crick in his neck or something. Is that what I heard? Who among us,
Joe? It's called. Hopefully, it doesn't end up like Michael King last year, who slept funny, had a crick in his neck, and we pretty much never saw him again.
Yeah, I hope not. I have King on a DC that also features Hurston Waldrop, so let's not have any more injuries coming in. It's already been a bloodbath to this point. Come on, give me Neto.
You had Neto at 27. I'd go 29 if you want. It's $1 lower.
Yeah.
You're trying to. Oh, you.
I do really like him. I do really like him.
29. If that what it ends up as.
Let's go.
I think that's.
We got our 30-30 guy.
I think that's fine for Neto going late second, early third round in these 15 teamers. So that price checks out.
I'm just trying to think of it, and maybe this is wrong of me to equate to like, okay, if I had started my snake draft with Skeens in the first, Neto in the second, Chris Sanchez in the third, would I be happy with that? And I think I probably would be. Or if you want to switch the second and third round picks, I think I'd be fine with that.
That's a decent way to look at it for sure.
And then I could still hypothetically go get like a Garrett Crochet or a Nick Kurtz or something if I wanted to. But Kurtz
then you'll be chilling with Dungan, the Ohtani Judge team. You guys can
go for a beer, come back in a half hour. Yeah.
Go for a beer or whatever else. Come back, you're good. Nick Kurtz 29. Looks like the bidding's going to stop there. So Nick Kurtz $29 compared to Alonso's 28. So Nick Kurtz that seems a little low. No, Nick Kurtz went for 26 yesterday. And on average, Nick Kurtz is going for 28. So that's pretty much spot on for Mr. Kurtz, who just went for 29. Shea Langoliers. So the top catchers are all going off the board here. Again, Ben Rice went for 20. What'd Raleigh go for? 28? And now we're going to get Langoliers in the 20s.
Raleigh.
You don't need to answer that if you don't want to.
I'm not super in on Langoliers at this price. Raleigh was 27.
27. Langoliers going for 22 now. But yeah, we talked about this on our Bubba and the Bloom auction primer episode, but we did it was our most recent episode. It's like, I think you definitely need to have a plan for what you want to do at closer and catcher. Like, I don't think you need to go through every position and kind of budget out what you want to spend. Like, I think you're getting a little bit too cute, a little too rigid if you do that. But I think just given the like oddity pricing at catcher and reliever this year, I think if you're prepping for these auctions and budgeting, it's a good idea to at least have a plan B, plan A, and then a plan B at each of those spots. Manny Machado up at 22. It's going to stop there. I love Manny. 22. It's the weight of my heart, man.
He's reliable every year. He does what you're hoping that he does. Oh, Jackson Holiday.
This will be interesting.
Hand off the mouse for me.
Me too. From what I understand, his surgery was slightly different than the Lindor Carroll. He only went for $3. So like,
yeah, was he at 9? He was 9 on average. He went for 3. That's fine. But
yeah,
who knows with him stacking injuries before opening day.
Wasn't really a fan anyway to begin with, but went for $1 yesterday. Jackson Holiday. Andres Munoz is now up, so here's already over $20. He's at 21, which is to be expected.
Oh, I was going to go for 22.
Orrico, you're circling. You just said you weren't going to do a $20.
I said I wasn't going to, but I would have done 22. I would have done 22 on him.
All right.
23.
Get that hand off. Show me your hands, Orrico.
It's not $23 for Munoz.
So that's a couple bucks lower than the Mason Miller, Edwin Diaz, which again is in line with what we've seen in draft and holds. Chikini in the chat says, interesting. Neto is $4 more than Trey Turner so far. But in the draft and holds, Trey Turner is going first on average. I've always kind of seen Trey Turner and Neto, kind of going side by side. But Neto's $4 more than Trey in these auctions so far. Here's Crochet. Why not, man? Go ahead.
Yeah, another pitcher, another $30 pitcher. Wow, he's going $4 below average. Shit,
$35.
I would have saved a few bucks and taken Crochet over Skeens if I'd known that, but that's the way it goes.
That's auctions, man. You never know. Hindsight is, and the thing is, like, we'll post this board with these prices, and it's so easy to go back and say, oh, how did Crochet go for 35 when Scooble went for 41 and Skeens for 39 or 38? You don't have that benefit of hindsight or even know the order of how these guys got brought up. So a nice buy, I think, $35 for Garrett Crochet there. That's good awesome. Buy. I actually have Crochet higher than Skeens in my personal starting pitcher rank. Super close. It's the wins. It's the difference.
Yeah, I got it. Scooble, Crochet, Skeens.
Though Pittsburgh's half trying.
They're better. They're better than they were.
So
Austin
Riley
makings of a decent team. Like I think Pittsburgh, I don't know if they have third base figured out unless I've forgotten a move they've made, but I think they're a decent team. I think they're not too bad. They could break even, which doesn't sound like much, but considering where they've been, if they have an 80-win season, I think that they would probably take that. And we would take that for Skeens.
We would take that, yes. And maybe Skeens gets 20 of those 80 wins. Last two guys that just went, I think Ben's here if you want to throw him up.
Is he? Beautiful.
Nico Horner just went for 15 and Austin Riley for 20. So I'd like both of those prices as well. Dungan got Austin Riley for $20. So Ohtani, Judge, and Riley. So he's not in dollar days quite yet.
Ben, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Why don't you let everybody know where they can keep up with your work and all that before we get you to start chiming in on stuff, man.
Thanks, Joe, for inviting me. How's it going, Ryan? Good to talk again.
What is up?
Basically, anyone listening can piggyback my work. My work piggybacks off of what Ryan does. Lately, I've just been helping out with a Patreon that Ryan and Bubba have got going on, and you usually catch me on Bench with Bubba every once in a while.
Yep.
Every week during the season, but like a little more sporadically during the off season.
Ben does fantastic work. Make sure you guys check him out, follow him, read him, listen to him. Great fantasy player. And awesome that you made time. I know I thought I had messaged Ben earlier than I did, and I hadn't, and I kind of gave it to him last minute, and he still made time to join us. So I really appreciate it, man.
Got it.
So Vinny P.
Ben was in this draft yesterday, so he is war torn. Ben did so similar to not similar to the Judge Ohtani, certainly different. But Ben, you went, and you can't really do this in straight drafts. J-Ram and Junior Caminero for what, upper 30s each in your auction yesterday?
Yeah, I got J-Ram for 39, which actually is $2 below AAV. So I was like, okay, I can deal with that. And I got Junior for 31. So I spent $70 on third baseman with my first two bids.
There you go. Which, hey, there's like 3 elite third basemen this year, and the other one is Jazz. You could play at second base. So there is something to be said for legitimately cornering the elite third base market.
Yeah, definitely wasn't the plan, but I think it worked out all right.
Yeah, plans go awry in these things, as you know.
As I told you, I knew I wasn't going to follow my plan anyway, so it's more like a practice exercise of building a team.
Hey, did you have a Leandro Cedeno placeholder in your auction yesterday?
I don't recall seeing him appear.
Okay, just curious.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the hell he is.
That's weird how he's appearing as your next player nominated.
He got thrown in the first round for $1, and no one else bid, so they had to run it back. And now he's back in the queue, I guess, this person. So I guess it wasn't an issue in your league yesterday.
No, we had nothing really too crazy, I think, with bidding like that. Someone did throw out Schwellenbach. He went unopposed, so he went for $1.
Okay.
Jackson Holiday went for $1. And I even said so in the chat. I felt like that was kind of a mistake on the Room's part to let Holiday go for only $1 because it looks like he's going to be back in 2 weeks now. Yeah. It sounds like his cast is off already, but
he already went in this one for $3.
Yeah, still pretty good discount.
Yeah. Yep. Brian Wu just went for $26. I think at the same price, Joe, that you got Christopher Sanchez. So it's kind of that glump or glob, to quote Sporer, of these SP4 candidates going kind of mid upper 20s. We'll see what Yamamoto goes for when he gets thrown. Musgrove just went for $5. Kind of out of the blue type bid. You have to be on your toes in these auctions. Like anyone can get thrown at any time.
I love doing that. I did that a bunch of times last night.
Did you?
Yeah. Yeah, I was trying to actually win the guys I would do it with. So once I had spent so much early, I was like, hey, well, I kind of want to try to get some $1 pitchers who I wanted to target when I did make my plan. And I think I told you in Bubble, like Shane Smith. And so I threw out Shane Smith for $1. He went for $5. I threw out, I think Simeon Woods Richardson went for $5. I don't know if I
Chad Patrick, right? Patrick Chad?
Yeah, I wanted Chad Patrick. I mean, I would have been fine with him. He went for $6. So, I mean, it ended up getting money off the board. So that's not the worst thing to do.
Joe, you almost got Ketel Marte for $21. I was rooting for you, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like there are a lot of late second basemen that I like. I don't mind just taking care of it early, but there are a lot of deep values, I think, at second, whereas there are not at third. So third is a position I want to take care of sooner rather than later if I can, because it's already looking pretty ugly.
Yep.
Jody, who do you have so far, if you don't mind me asking?
I have Chris Sanchez for $26. I have Skeens for 38, and I have $29 Zach Neto.
So you're not far from what I did then.
Yeah,
just different players, same idea.
Yeah, same idea. Yep.
Agreed.
Another $26 pitcher just went, Logan Gilbert, right? So there's now Logan Gilbert, Brian Wu, and Christopher Sanchez, all at 26. We have a self-deprecating comment, which we always love, over at Bubba and the Bloom, from B. Welch, who's in this draft. So obviously following things as we go here. Why only spend $16 on Vinny P when you can get him for $20 like I just did? I like that. Well done, Brian. That's good stuff.
How have the positions been? Has anything been hot, like catchers or closers, kind of like it was with my auction?
They both have been hot, but they've been hot in every auction. So, like, yeah. I think Mason Miller went for 26 or 28. Edwin Diaz went for 25, which is what he went for in your league yesterday. Catchers, Raleigh, I think, went for 27, and then the normal crew, like, in the low 20s. So nothing too far from normal. Bluebird Silver, says hitting is hot, pitching is even.
I think we have another fellow traveler joining us, and that is the great Casey Bubba.
Oh, geez. He's here early. I was trying to get out of here before he showed up.
You're stuck.
Yep. Yeah. Figured might as well add a fourth to the party. So,
man, welcome, my friend.
The whole crew in here. We're recreating the stream that happened almost 2 years ago to the day, the first ever Bubba and the Bloom stream.
It was the Naylor clip. Do you remember that, Joe?
Yeah, you got nailed on that one or something like that.
So bad.
That was good. That was good stuff.
Dude, two more $26 pitchers, Yamamoto, Hunter Green. So Yamamoto, Green, Wu, Sanchez, someone else. Yeah. So all going for $26 on the dot.
Yeah. I guess that makes sense in terms of if you're looking at ADP, they're all usually in that same general clump there. Oh, my boy from last year. Ooh, I don't know if I trust him again.
DeGrom, I still give you credit for saying number one pitcher.
Yeah, it was kind of stupid.
You're right.
It was kind of stupid in hindsight, but
well,
it paid off. I mean, with the teams where I had him, I was happy with it. But
most importantly, you fired up the Twitter trolls. That's all that matters.
Of course, I don't know how many people got angry, blocked me, muted me. Who knows how many? I have a special talent for pissing people off on Twitter. I'm very gifted.
Not you, Joe. No.
22 for DeGrom compared to the $26 crew.
Well, if Duran gets thrown out at 20, that almost takes me out pretty much right away.
Yeah, Ben, you did miss it, and well, Bubba, you've been following. I assume it's been you commenting from the Bubba Bloom account.
Whenever I can, I've been doing stuff, and then I just lost. I don't have to be a father for the moment, so that's why I hopped on. Nice. It happened earlier than expected, so yeah, here we are.
Joe said he wasn't going to go for $20 closer, and then started clicking on who was it? Munoz.
It was Munoz from 22. I was gonna go for it. For
tough.
22.
Tempting.
Once you see him going, you kind of get a little uneasy with letting them go by, so you kind of want to jump in at some point.
I guess Orrico wants steals now, so we got that going.
Well, I thought I was gonna get a cheap Jazz here. Still, you know what? Let's keep it going. Still
doesn't
cheap.
hurt to throw a $5 minus AAV and see what happens.
Yeah. If you already get him, you'd have 60 steals and homers between your two guys.
Yeah, my batting. Oh shit!
They're the 255 batting average.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'll say it for you, Ben. You're too nice.
You do have
that's my God.
You have a rise, Yandy Diaz, Jacob Wilson, all those guys.
They get a rise. I'm a big fan. Go get them.
He's trying to get a rise out of me.
There you go. I get to record a show with Joe tomorrow.
That's right. We get to talk about anybody.
Catchers,
any
baby.
guesses?
Catchers. Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
You're not. I thought you might be running back all 30 team previews and doing the Blue Jays again, Bubba.
Oh God.
Oh, I can only
As much
talk
as
so
I
much.
love them, shoot me now. I have one team left to record. I record on Wednesday, and we are done. All
That's a
30
labor of
teams.
love right there. That is a labor of love.
You gotta crack one open after that last one's over.
Oh, there won't be no doubt about that. Well,
You
no,
gotta
I
crack
can't.
one open for the Rockies. You got to crack one open for the Nationals. You know, you gotta
Rockies
have
is
something.
done. Thank God. No, I can't crack one open, Ben, because I have my draft that night.
Hey, it might make you a little more loosey goosey. You know, it might have some better bids.
Just what I need, more loosey goosey. I have a question for you, Joe. Since I was kind of in and out of the stream, I know you were kind of yes and knowing about getting to high priced pitchers. Looking at what's taking place now, how are you feeling about that?
I'm feeling pretty good. I think my buys were justified. In retrospect, Crochet being a few dollars cheaper than Skeens really pisses me off, but you can't predict that in the time that Crochet is going to go under. I don't know why Crochet went under, but I think I'm okay with these two buys because I don't need to worry about pitching for quite a while. I'm also not a huge fan of the last couple names that got thrown out. I like Logan Webb, but I don't need to really worry. I can just kind of focus on the hitting portion of the draft for the next little while. So It's not my typical style. I'm usually a late pitchers type of guy, but mixing it up and going with the flow a little bit.
Cool. Just wanted to get a thought on that. No worries.
Yeah,
it's better than getting 2 third basemen for $70. You know that's quite the approach.
Made it work.
The only thing would have been worse is 2 utilities, but we won't go there.
That's already been tried. It's not a good strategy.
Yeah, it's not a great strategy. It doesn't work very well.
Imagine if I did that on a live stream. The chat would just crucify me. They like picking on me anyway, but it would have been fun. Look at that Logan Webb, $21.
That's why I asked it when I saw Webb go. I'm like, okay, that makes me sit back and wonder.
But when we did our draft and hold auction, I mean, that was one of my biggest takeaways is you've got kind of the mid upper 20 SP4 candidates, but then you've got a ton of starting pitchers that go between like 20 and $22. There's a lot of supply in that spot of the auction.
There was a lot of good, like 15 to 22. Like I'd expand the realm.
Yeah,
there was a lot of those high teens where you could at least justify a conversation of thinking, would you be surprised if they entered that low 20s conversation by the end of the season? Like I wouldn't be. So there was a lot of that kind of, that's the thing with auctions, and Joe hit it on it a second ago. There's a lot of Captain Hindsight and overthinking things that you just can't figure out while you're in the moment of the draft. But it's interesting when you want to prep for your next draft and so on and so forth is the different strategies. And then, Ben, and this isn't even throwing shade at Ben, but Ben had multiple, roadmaps built, and they were out the window in 2 picks. So it's like, you just have to be able to adjust, but is when things are all said and done.
Part of it was out the window in 2 picks. I had to adjust the number of $20 players I could bid on after I acquired $7.
Well, your research for your $4 below guys, that was the nuts right there. So you crushed that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, like $10 or like 19 and below still applied the rest of the draft. It was everything above that where I had to redo it on the fly.
And there is something to be said, as Chikini says in the chat, third base is thin. So even if unintentional, Ben blocked off his opponents, but still not giving Ben credit. So there you go.
I'll take it, Michael.
Yeah.
Backhanded compliments are great.
All right. That
Leandro said enough already.
That Leandro Cedeno dude is still at the top of your queue, Joe. So
I know it's because I haven't put anybody in. It doesn't even matter anyway if I put people in, or there's no secrecy here anyway. But
there definitely isn't when you're showing your draft room.
Nope.
I'm still pissed
especially what you'll find in the end game, Joe, is like you kind of have to put these when you're in dollar days or $2. You kind of have to fill your queue with guys you want at the end, and then
by the end of it. At this point,
yeah, whatever.
I wanted Adley, man. I'm sour about that. Thought I had him a couple times.
It's okay. It saves you from yourself.
Bubba's not an Adley guy. $12. Come on, $12.
AV's 10. Have fun.
We had someone in the Discord ask about, I forget who it was. Has anyone done a Basayo Adley catcher build? And me and Bubba immediately.
I don't know about that.
That was good.
Yes, BQ, the non-hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Yeah, that shows how fried I was at the end of the auction. I just completely switched words around in my sentence.
Let's see. Matt Olson 21. So that's the same price as Devers, I want to say, or Devers I think was 22. So you got some sameness
That's high
there.
for Devers.
Yeah, Devers was pretty early in this one, but yeah, I think went for 22. Jacob Marcy's like one of my favorite buys this year. $13 seems pretty good. CJ Abrams just went for 20. Really like that.
That's outstanding.
So he got him for 16.
Did you guys see the Jacob Marcy interview with Craig Mish?
Did not.
Ooh, Cade Smith time. I like this. Mish kept trying to get Marcy to say how many steals he'd go for, and Marcy says, I don't know. I have a lot to prove. I only played for 2 months last year. And Mish goes, is 50 on the table? He's all, I'll do my best.
There we go.
Something along, I'm paraphrasing, but it's pretty much where he went with that.
So we didn't do the Mason win 30 right out of the gate. It's good. Cade Smith, relative value, $22 compared to, again, a $28 Mason Miller.
That is outstanding.
$25 Edwin Diaz. Do we know what Yohan Duran went for? You don't need to look it up, Joe. I know he was in the 20s.
Yeah, I was babbling too much. Sorry.
No, all good. That's
why I got you guys here, so you can babble while I try and.
I was about to text you. Go enjoy this downtime, Joe. Play with your team while we.
That's right.
We talk.
Well, you should have. So Mason Sporer coming on at some point. I've got to drop off in a little bit, but you'll have
at some point. They should be around. If they're not, then I'll figure my way through it.
We've had solo stream auctions.
In the
listener leagues last year.
Welch said Duran went for 21.
Okay, $21 for Duran. So at least in this auction, that's, I don't know, for these prices reasonable. Duran in yesterday's auction went for $23 and Cade Smith went for 25. So not quite as hot on the reliever prices in this one as they were yesterday. These are the ones that are interesting to me. Carlos Estevez just got nominated. Like, that's one of the things I want to know early in an auction is what's that like
mid-tier,
like RP15 gonna go for. Mid-tier might be being nice to Carlos Estevez, but he's already going 10. As we're talking crap about him, Orrico's bidding on him, so we should probably.
Well, he needs to take it.
We're to help with it and anything.
No, this is actually a good spot for Joe to take a closer.
Yeah, Joe needs
I haven't bid yet, but
you haven't. Oh, my bad. I thought you were bidding.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about the right time to go in, but it doesn't look like there is going to be a right time to go in because he's going to just keep going up.
He's already at average, already at 50.
They're like vultures.
Nah, I don't want to do it. He's not a good pitcher. I'm gonna say he's not a good pitcher.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's horrible.
He could lose the job at any minute, I think, but maybe he won't. I mean, he led the freaking league in saves last year, but I just don't trust him.
But as John Wilder in the chat says, how much are you willing to pay for blown saves with Carlos Estevez? Here we go. Bubba's guy.
I love him too.
Wilder's an animal. He is vicious.
Yes, he is.
Wilder's awesome. Like I've known him for a while, multiple different chats. He's a savvy player, great snark. Like I could definitely have a beer and a steak with that man. I have a feeling and have a great evening ahead of me. So yeah, if I ever get to Cincinnati for a Reds game, we're going.
When's Wilder drafting? He's in Sheep's draft.
I have free tickets too. Isn't he a season ticket holder?
I don't know if he's season tickets. I just know he goes a lot. So
I thought he may have said that.
If he should, as much as he sounds like he goes, but you never know. He's not. He's a smart man, but not a wise man at times. So you never know.
There's a difference, I guess.
$23 for Cole Reagan. See, that's where the conversation gets interesting because you had like Freddie Peralta for what was that, 23 also? 21?
21.
You had Webb at 21. Like I have it on the screen, the big screen, so I can kind of try to read it when I talk to you guys. But I love Reagan's a lot, but like a Freddie for $2 cheap, like that $2 goes a long ways.
King William Contreras. I forgot he has not been bid up yet, so he will certainly go in the low 20s, I would think. He stopped at 21.
Did Rice go yet? I'm assuming he did based on the
Rice went, I think, for 20. I want to say.
Hey Ryan, Cicchini wants to know, does the draft tracker include B&B AAV? I don't believe it does, right?
Let's go. Wild Bill, come on down.
I don't know off the top of my head. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think so, but maybe. Yo, Rico get
Ryan-
Wild Bill King William to a Rico. That a baby. We'll be talking about that.
What do we
tomorrow,
got? 21
sure.
bucks?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 21 for Wild Bill.
Yeah, Michael, I think it's just OLAC and auctions.
Yeah.
I'd have to double
So
check.
here comes Devin right now. Let's see where this goes.
Ryan, you have to add median and mode as well to the AAV tracker.
Mode.
You nerds.
Loved it, man.
You nerd.
Joe, you wanted Devin for 20. That's rough, dude.
When you get bid out at 1 second, that's just anguish. That's just awful.
You almost did the infamous Bubba table slam for Miguel Amaya.
Flip the whole
last
thing
year.
over, just end the stream.
Cameras pointed up at your roof.
Here comes the roll. Just don't give up yet.
Yeah. I mean, so the comment earlier said, I think that was Michael as well. I rolled this in Bednar around $20, which seems reasonable. Just went for 19. So there you go.
I was gonna go up to 20, but I wasn't quick enough on the draw.
Joe's on tilt, man. Auction's getting to him.
Streaming/tilt. Great conversation.
Yeah. Rookie mistake is not having a couple beers beside me. All I got is water.
Well, we'd like to see you make it to FPAS next year, so more water supply, the better.
More water, the better. You should see how much water I'm drinking these days, boys. My God.
Oh, I believe the doctor walked in with a 5-gallon jug and probably said, "Here's your daily dose, buddy."
I walk in. I drink enough water throughout the year so that I can drink the way I do at FPAS.
I know Ryan's camera's moving.
I hate this camera, man. It follows me around.
It's the best. One show we were doing, I said, "Please tell me you're wearing pants," because it started moving so much.
It's this AI camera, and it follows my motions. It's not good, especially for the day job.
Yeah, no doubt. You're gonna see your video game controller on your face.
Where is it? All right. What do we got? Lubov just went for 17, rolled his 19.
Bellinger up. I don't know about Bellinger.
And Joe, you've got 4 players still, right? Because you just added William Contreras.
I got
Neto?
4 players here in the 6th round. Yeah.
Okay.
But 4 top 2-round players, which is pretty nice.
And money-wise, you're at 146, which
146, yeah.
You're in the range, a little on the high end, but not really. You're fine.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Yep.
It's about in the middle.
Not too bad. Not exactly my usual build here, but
I don't think there are usual builds in auction. It's just so freaking hard to stick to multiple plans.
Come on.
Yeah.
Robert went for the same as Cody Bellinger. Wow, that's wild.
Let's see, here's Joe Ryan.
I think I'd take Belly, especially going back with the Yankees.
Yeah, I take Belly over Lubov going back to New York for sure.
That's a nice price on Joe Ryan. It feels like $19.
That's what I'm saying. I watched that go. That's one that could slide by. Joe was in for 18. What made you stop going to 20, Joe?
I don't have any money left, dude.
I don't want to invest too much in pitching. Yeah,
he's already got Skeens and Sanchez.
I was just saying he was in at 18.
I'm surprised, Joe, you're even still in on $20 pitchers.
That's why I was asking.
He's doing it.
Oh, Freddie. Yes.
But he's in for a $20 Freddie. Come
Yes.
on, learn your lesson, Joe. Learn your lesson.
Orrico, you legend.
He needs batting average so bad. He needs
that fits your team very well.
I mean, I got Wild Bill, Freddie, and Neto. My bad. It's not Mendoza stuff.
Wild Bill. Who's Wild Bill?
It's King William around these parts. No. But
Wild Bill.
Apologies.
But
you guys never heard Wild Bill?
I do. I have the T-shirt from RotoWare.
There you go.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You need the average now because you're going to be hunting cheaper players soon, where your average will be out the window.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
No, that fit very well. And actually, look, Josh Naylor. So Naylor and Freeman have kind of tied at the hip in straight drafts, and now they're up right after each other here. Naylor's at 19, just went to 20. So it's going to be the same price as Freddie.
Yeah.
Unless someone comes in for 21. Oh,
I'll
$20.
I'll take Freddie straight up there.
We all know how much I love Freddie Freeman, but
Yeah,
I'm kind of torn between the two different categories a little bit.
That Joe Ryan $19. The min over the last 20 drafts was 20. So that's pretty impressive stuff right there.
There you go. Wow. And went for 20 yesterday.
Yep.
Only. So George Kirby, I think went for the high teens in yours yesterday, Ben, right?
Really?
21.
Yeah, someone was saying 19. I'm not a big Kirby
18,
guy.
18
I don't know.
yesterday.
Yeah, it was pretty low. It was 18. Yeah. I don't know. At that point I had so many expensive players that I didn't want to jump in there.
Yeah.
22 still. I mean, I think it's not a bad price for him.
I mean, we're going to probably compare everything to a $19 Joe Ryan now, which isn't fair because I think that's the outlier. But
massive outlier, yes.
But I mean, I just like so many of these starting pitchers in the 20s.
Yeah.
It's like,
and now we got Drew Rasmussen going for over. This is interesting.
That's an interesting throw, right? We haven't really had that $10-ish starting pitcher, I don't think, get thrown out. So, and this is the first one, and he's already, so Rasmussen's at 14.
Well over his usual.
Yeah, went for 12 yesterday. So
yeah, he's gone for 8 in the last 2 auctions, according to the draft tracker, non-Bubba and the Bloom leagues. So this is his max is $14 over the last 20 drafts.
Torkelson.
Interesting.
We're getting to that range now where anything can happen with the noms. Although, Bubba, I don't know if you were here at the beginning. Agustin Ramirez was like the 6th player nominated.
Welcome to Bubba and the Bloom auctions. Yes.
He didn't go for very much, though. Did not reach 20. I know that.
I'll put money on right now. He goes for like 23 or more in mine. Everyone's going to make sure that I don't get him. This is what happened last year.
Yeah.
I remember telling Ryan after the draft last year, I says, well, I don't know if I'll ever win a listener league because it's like the only draft where I have barely any of the players I like to draft. Just the reality of the situation.
I remember I tell the Chris Sanchez story all the time. I think it was last year, 2 years ago. It was a $4 AAV and went for 10 in mine. I think my dad took them
that makes sense.
Just to piss me off. So
still a bargain.
Yeah, it worked out well, all things considered.
Could have spent double. I think this must have been 2 years ago because Sanchez wasn't that cheap last year. And my dad wasn't in my league last year.
He was probably going more like in the teens or upper teens last year.
Yep. He got expensive as the year went on.
Yes, he did. He was the spring training velocity uptick darling, and it worked.
Him and Caminero were the big like risers in spring last year, and they both were totally worth it.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes those helium guys, I mean, helium's not always a bad thing. All right, here's Raisel Iglesias, who we talked about, Joe, earlier. Interested to see where he ends up. Like, I'd be surprised if he gets to 20, but we'll see. See how this room deals with these guys.
Hader's also a really interesting one for me. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I know, when I sort by rank at the top, number 1, Leandro Cedeno.
How the heck does that happen? Like, what are we doing here?
We got to clean that up, boys.
Number 1 sleeper of the year. You heard it here first.
I swear, if he comes in and does something in any time this season.
I think he's like a winter league player. Is
he a creative player?
No, he is a real dude.
Is he like Dow? Is he like Dow from the MVP baseball instead of Barry Bonds?
So he's Ryan's creative player in NCAA.
Yeah. He's gonna hit 42 homers this year and steal 38 bags.
Is he your starting running back right now, Ryan?
He's a 27-year-old playing in
option quarterback. My bad.
Playing in the Venezuelan league. This is the most random. Like, how is this person here?
Iglesias for 16.
See, I like that. I think
Joe
that's
needs to be in on that.
That's right at
AAV. That's pretty solid. I don't think Joe likes Iglesias that much, though.
I know. I kind of heard party. I heard part of your talk on that. So yeah.
I just don't know about Suarez. I just don't know.
It's fair. It's a fair.
I was gonna say, I heard someone on some pod. They were pretty low on Iglesias. I forget who it was though.
That was intuitive there, Ben. Thanks for that addition to the
I thought that was my 2 cents. I have taken on a pod on DC, but someone on some podcast said something about it.
Yeah, it's good.
That's all I got.
He's still fried from yesterday's draft.
Yeah. I was sick over the weekend. Had an auction yesterday. It's been.
Oh, I wouldn't have been able to auction yesterday. I've been dealing with a stomach bug for like 3 days. I was miserable, like fatigued and single dadding it the whole weekend. It was a rough go.
Oh no.
It's a good buy on Hunter Goodman there.
That's a good buy. $17.
Oh god, don't show me
that. What did you pay for him, Ben?
22 yesterday.
22?
Oh, you took him, Ben? That's right.
Yeah. Remember we were talking about he went for, I paid more for him than Rice went for.
All right, Orrico's in here. 14, straight up to 14 for David Bednar.
Right. I'm a fan of this.
Yeah, I love that.
I think I would type in
like
I'd type in like 17, 18 right now.
Go up by 2.
Rico's got the face of just a stone cold. See, there he goes. Got to hit 18.
Well, Joe's locked in, Ryan.
He's at 20.
Martin says don't expect discounts on the elderly on Friday.
That's right. Martin's in my draft on Friday.
And I'll be there Friday night with Ryan to make sure Ryan's completely focused on the draft at all times. So any of the 14 members in that league, if you want to DoorDash me noons that night to help with the entertainment value for your success, just let me know.
Can't wait for that. That's going to be a show. Joe, you decided to go 19? Decided to say screw it?
Yeah, I did. I don't like.
So happy.
I don't like fabbing for closers. I don't like going in the bargain bin trying to speculate on them. I just would rather pay for at least one. Now the second one I might speculate a little more on, but
you're going to be speculating, Joe. I hate to break it to you. You will be speculating on the second one.
If Helsley's 17, I'm going to be so pissed.
Oh, I was about to ask there it goes. Yeah, as it was going up, I was going to go, what happens if Helsley goes cheaper, Joe? Do you prefer Bednar or Helsley was my question.
This is what happens when you do auctions, kids. You age about 5 years. Orrico doesn't need to age any more than he already has. So
I'm already balding on the top of my head. I'm spending too much time with Bubba and Pizza Pia. There's nothing going to be left pretty soon.
You want to be with the bald brethren of Fantasy Pros. Come join us.
Yeah, it's coming.
That's how you earn the full-time role. You didn't know that?
That's gonna rub the magic bald spot 3 times, and then there you go.
Yep, poof.
The new B&B, bald and beautiful. Yes, whatever. I mean, I like Bednar over Helsley.
That's a
$2 isn't that bad for that.
Yeah, it's not that bad, man.
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Chikini in the chat says Freed went for $21 ? Yes, and went for 21 in yesterday's Bubba the Bloom auction as well.
Here goes Chappie. This is one of those I'm interested in just because he's one of the kind of last third basemans I want, and he's getting
Joe's in.
He went for 13 last night, I think.
It drops off a ton after him. Dude, this stream's gonna be awesome. We're only an hour 12. We haven't got the first break yet.
Something's gonna break.
Right? You better order a pizza and get the kids in the Indian like downstairs watching TV or something.
I know. Unfortunately,
I know.
Not doable, but yes, this is. I will be following the rest of this from my phone and AirPods.
Yes, this is gonna be.
Here's my guy.
That's why auctions are so tough.
The +1 when it's down to like 2 seconds, it's just so brutal. You're just waiting and waiting.
It's happened to me like 5 times in the last 20 picks.
Trust me, it's All right, here's the Randy man for 17. Went for 15 yesterday. We all know I like that price. Compared to a Buxton who just went for 18. I mean, kind of an apples oranges, but same position. Kyle Bradish, Ben Tidd's boy.
He was going to be on an innings limit. Did you guys read the latest news and notes on Bubba and the Bloom's Patreon?
I don't know.
I saw that.
I didn't see that. I did not see that.
Yeah, posted it on Sunday night. Yes.
What kind of innings limit they said?
Monday.
Did they give a number?
He says he believes they will limit him because they want him for the postseason, either limiting starts, missing starts, or most likely a 6-man rotation.
Yeah, they gotta get
those are Bradish's words. Bradish's words.
But that's
not the team's.
Honestly, that doesn't.
It makes sense. Makes sense. That's been my argument the entire time of why I didn't like him in his ADP.
But even if he goes, if he's not going to go less than like 150, again, assuming health, but like he's not going to go less than like 150. I'm not that worried. Went for 18. I would do that.
It's a decent buy. I thought he'd go for more. He's just such a buzzy name this year.
Yeah, 21 in yesterday's auction, so a little bit cheaper. What do we have a beer? Do we have a Bradish beer bet, Bubba?
I have no idea. We probably should, but I'm not sure.
Projection. So the way I did my valuations with my Z-scores, he's pitcher 39 across my aggregate projections, Bradish.
Starting pitchers or all pitchers?
Starting pitcher. I took out the relievers.
Okay. That's low.
That's,
I mean, compared to the market.
144 innings across the three systems.
154?
144. Mackenzie Gore's ahead of him.
I kind of like Gore this year.
Yeah, Bradish is like past all the guys that go around pick 150 and higher based on the projections. Sheehan's ahead of him, Woodruff, Luis Castillo, Glasnow, Savage, King, Pablo no more probably. Rasmussen, Strider.
I think Pablo's probably going to get TJ.
Yeah, Pablo getting that MRI right now, that does not feel freaking great
good
by any means.
Not good.
Fangraph's debut. Fangraph's debut here.
Yep.
Hey, the
future
one.
Sleeper in the Bust episode coming your way.
Let's get him on.
God, Bryce Turang's a guy I just have never even thought about bidding or drafting. But in this format, I could see angles where it actually kind of works.
I don't know what to expect for a stat line.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. No idea.
I don't know.
I think a lot of people are discounting the fact that he made such gains as a 24, 25-year-old, and they're expecting the power to just disappear again. And I think, who's to say he couldn't hit 23 homers this year? I'm not saying I expect that, but
I think it's like a happy medium. Like find a spot in the middle, maybe a top, like a high, like a little above the middle, if that makes sense. Give me like 70% of what he did last year. I think it's fair. Just because I agree with you. The age thing, like Ryan and I kind of argue. We discuss it a lot. I'm always more, hey, he's young, he can keep developing. Where Ryan's still like he's got to prove it a few times. Thing more than me. Like I usually do too. But I'm kind of with you, Joe. Like I don't know what to do with Turang. I feel like he probably is improved, but to what level is the question for me.
Yeah.
Did we close the loop on this Kyle Bradish debate when my kid was down here? Because I was for Gore. Did I hear Mackenzie Gore over Bradish?
Yeah, so the projections favor him.
That's wild.
Hey, he's going straight projections. I have nothing to do with this.
Man.
I'll go back and read you the here. I'll pull it
down.
No,
I'm not. I'm just
go back and read it because he might have been distracted. I wanted to hear this. 144 ratings, which is close to the 150.
So Gore is pitcher 38 for me the way I did this, and Brash is 39. Mackenzie's got him by 18 innings. They both have projected for 10 wins. Gore's projected for 182 Ks versus Brash's 154, so almost 30 more Ks.
Ooh, that's a big number.
The ERA is 387 to Gore versus 366 for Bradish, and the WHIPs are 125 for Gore and 122 for Bradish.
Okay.
So I mean, the WHIP for Gore is very generous, but the other stuff makes sense.
Yeah, no, that honestly that makes, like, from your valuation side, that does make sense given what the projections are saying. Like I would take the over on Gore's WHIP, of course, but also I would think Bradish has a lot more strikeouts than, I forget what you said, but it wasn't that many more than innings.
It was 154 to 144 innings. So only
yeah, like I would think Bradish gets more Ks, but yeah, who knows? Yeah, that Gore whip is off by about 0.25.
I think we all agree that the Gore whip is a little wonky. I'm not even going to argue that.
What's the number you guys threw out? What was the number?
125.
That's what it says.
It's a projections aggregator. He's going straight.
Yeah, and this is not. We're not making fun of Ben. This is what projections are saying.
I'll take the beating. I don't care. I already drafted. Screw it.
I just love it because it's like Ben shows up with numbers and they're like, okay, I kind of get it. That makes sense. Bubba says it just because he's like, hey, this is what it's going to be. Nope, not going to happen. This is the fun of it all.
I'm getting destroyed by Paul in the chat.
Tell Paul to get in here. He's got the link.
Yeah, come on, Paul. Duke it out.
You can have Jordan my spot. I'm gonna jump at the break, which I think is in a few picks.
Yeah, in a couple picks, we're gonna pause and I'll put up the draft board and we'll see where everybody's at.
Jordan went for 20. Yuri Perez went for 21. So
$12 Teoscar. Love that.
$21 Yuri. Like, I love Yuri, but he's another guy. It's like, how many innings do we get out of him?
Sure. Yeah, fair. Went for 18 in yesterday's auction, Yuri Perez. So
yeah, that seems a
little more.
It's crazy to say $3, but there's a big difference. But it does seem a lot better for $3. Ooh, Joe, get in. That was good.
Joe's in on Fairbanks.
I thought he was going real cheap for a second. But
he's still going cheap.
keep
this
on.
is a nice price if it sticks.
Oh,
I just
man,
went to
yeah,
13 with
holy
a second
shnikes.
left.
We'll do
I
our
like
job. You're like
Fairbanks.
in the auction ring. Hey, it's too cheap. Let's go. Anybody else?
Move it up. Move it up. He's creeping back up.
Todd
Fairbanks,
Bowles.
He's at 14.
Yeah, he's getting
It's
up there.
respectable now.
Yeah.
I already paid up for one closer. I can't hamper a second.
A $14 Fairbanks I will certainly get behind. Went for 17 yesterday.
Yeah, no, that's a totally fair price.
It's better in a Fab League.
Yeah.
Wow, the new Bad X projection for Mackenzie Gore, 121 whip.
But we know, based on everything we saw on Twitter the other day, Cardi's. No, I was kidding. I'm just gonna.
It was a tough day
he got dragged through the mud on that one.
Tough.
Although for people who are like planting their sword in the ground over Andrew Abbott, like, come on.
Yeah,
Pick
I
a
think
different guy.
Right. That's not a hill to die on. And
Oh yeah, somebody commented. I took Abbott last night. Someone said something in the chat. What happened with Abbott? I missed that.
Oh, it was a whole like
big hullabaloo about some kind of misinterpretation of a
projection and
or
luck.
something.
And I mean, you got him. So you got him, Ben, yesterday?
For like $4, yeah.
It was $4.
$4,
Like,
yeah.
sure. Yeah. But yeah, it's just random that would incite.
Great point there again.
People always
the
debate
start
him
of-
because
start
of
of
his fly
20.
ball rate, like his infield fly ball rate, and like I guess his windup's weird or something. I don't know.
Lizardo for 20s juicy. While they're saying Cincinnati hates Cardi, this is great. Oh yeah, he was getting dragged all over since Red's
That
Twitter.
was
You
bad.
name it, like, but it's so funny. Like Explorer says, how you can run a 5.3, 532 career innings with a 1.4 and get a 1.21. He might still talk about Gore there, but
You still on Mackenzie Gore?
yeah, he might still be on Gore. But
No,
but
the score is just all out, full out assault on Mackenzie Gore.
the Abbott one's
He
funny. Like,
hasn't been drafted yet.
I'm pretty sure we've all said it for years when we look at Abbott in any context for any of our shows, and we're like, every underlying metric suggests this is just ridiculous, and somehow he keeps getting away with it. It's like one day it's going to just get destroyed.
Okay, it should have gone to the pause there, but it got an auto nomination of Michael Bush instead, because after the 7th round, I guess they're powering through. Is that what we're doing?
Isn't it 9th round?
He said
15th.
Yeah, it's supposed to be this round, but
Oh, sorry.
Well, if you look at Abbott though, his xERA is.
Go ahead.
You guys
sorry,
go
Ben.
ahead.
No,
I was
my
gonna
bad,
say
go ahead.
his xERA has never been above 4. His xFIP has definitely been above 4. It's going down though. His FIP was 3.6 last year, so that's an improvement. Also, the homer to fly ball dropped a lot, but yeah, I don't know.
So, someone's got to throw Mackenzie Gore out this round.
Yeah, please do. Orrico, take one for the team here.
yeah, when it gets up to me,
Rico.
sure, why not?
Put him in the queue. Yeah, man. I thought we were breaking.
I guess I don't know. Somebody
all-
said in the chat what happened to the pause, but I guess
Jeff
I don't
must
know
be
what
going to the bathroom or something.
He said 5-minute pause after this round. I don't know what round he said that in. So
That
whatever.
was 10 minutes ago.
if you got to bounce, though, don't worry, Ryan. If you got to bounce, you can bounce.
I'll stick around for the Mackenzie Gore bid. That'll be my cue to exit stage right.
Look at there is. He said Abbott should have been was the luckiest pitcher. Green should have given up more home runs. Odola was not the same after coming back from injury. Burns is a huge injury risk. He is buried the entire Reds rotation over
That's
the weekend, and then got drug everywhere.
That's awesome. No
I
one
don't know
nominated.
that he was wrong about a lot of what he said. I mean, in terms of bottom 5 rotation, I don't think that's not
No, the
right. But in
rotation
terms
is
of the
really
in terms of the individual evaluations, though, Burns being an injury risk, Abbott getting lucky, etc., I don't think he was crazy.
Hey, what Twitter ultimately needs is Orrico and Cardi joining forces, taking on all comers.
No, thank you.
It's wild that Wilder didn't mention anything about Singer. Of course, they didn't mention the worst one in the entire staff.
Hey, easy.
The ditch digger.
That's one of my most rostered players, man. Be nice.
That's like Bubba's number 2 player share behind Patrick
Well, it's like
Corbin.
it's like 5 or 6. Come on, I put it in the Discord. I didn't hide anything. My number 1's Patrick Corbin. Get it right.
Oh man.
Actually, no, I'm intrigued by Singer. I think he had a good end of the season. Didn't
See, even Spore. Singer's better. The bar's not high, Spore, but thank you.
Wow.
Singer over Abbott. Yeah. I agree.
$1. Singer went for $1 yesterday. Abbott 4.
Oh, I would take Singer for
little
$1 in
that's
every
worth.
single draft. What Wilson Contreras go for? I can't see. There's a player on my TV or something.
Wilson Contreras went for 8. Michael
8.
Bush went for 12, which, as
That's
Michael in the
wondering.
chat says, is heated. I think that
Yeah,
means good.
$8 Wilson is really good price, I think.
And $12
Bush
Bush. I like.
Bush's AAV's 14.
That's good.
But Wilson Contreras for $8. That's AAV's 9, but I think $8.
Yeah.
I feel like Contreras is getting underappreciated this draft season, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like everybody just like, oh, he's not a catcher anymore. He's not.
So you kind of
throw him away, but he's improved as a hitter over the last couple of years. Like he's great.
Hey, there's a real question in the chat if anybody wants it. Hey, fellas, in a keeper league, a keeper league, keep forever categories league. Last spot is between Chase Burns and Riley Green. Thoughts? Forever keeper league.
I'm always going to lean the hitter, especially with Chase Burns' injury concerns. I'm going to go Riley Green.
John Wilder, Jesus Christ. That comment in the chat is just amazing. Oh,
we like to have fun here, guys.
Oh, so do I.
I love how Joe's cue is just Mackenzie Gore.
Mackenzie Gore. I'm taking many for the team with this, but
oh, dude, just throw him out for like $4. If you get stuck with him, who cares? Otherwise, Lisa gets the ball rolling, and we can have some.
I actually kind of like him. Like, I don't think he'll be quite that low at the whip, but
dude's gonna get 200 plus Ks in Texas.
No, I told Bubba. I like Gore. I like the way I like Cease. I think they're going to better defensive teams. There's a good chance their BABIPs come down. They don't walk that many guys.
Whoa.
See, here we go. Here we go. I love Gore. I've been a huge Gore fan. I admit, like in the first half last year, I thought I finally got him right. I've always said eventually he's gonna have that Robbie Ray season because Ray was always the abysmal freaking whip guy, and then eventually it clicked. I really believe that.
9% walk rate each of the last 2 years for Gore. That's not that bad.
It's an 18 minus walk though, because he strikes out so many guys. It's pretty good.
He was leading baseball in strikeouts for a while last year. Like,
12% walk in the second half. That's
the second half was rough. It was rough second half. Like every year, it's a rough second half.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's every year. Every year, it's a. What are the
question in the chat? Did Chase Burns already go in this draft? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
He went for a ton last night.
Did the draft stop?
Yeah, it's paused.
Yeah, they paused it.
Oh, okay. Back at
Burns is still on the board. Still on the board.
Ryan, Gore only had a 37% walk rate last year, or ball percentage. I mean,
37% walk rate. That sounds about right. Yeah.
wrong walk stat. Ball rate. My bad. 37%. So that's slightly above average. It's not that bad.
I think he just loses steam. Like second half ERA for his career, it's 3.87 versus 4.91.
Yeah, we got to get him on the higher protein diet, and so get him more endurance, and we'll be good.
Strikeout rate goes down 6 points in the second half. Walk rate goes up. Whip in the second half is 1.47 in his career.
Yeah, it's a weird yearly tradition with him. Unfortunately,
if you're in a trading league, then get him for the first few months and ship him on out of there.
Or if you're a fab league, it's one of those. The second you see the downswing, you might just pull the pin and deal with the repercussions. If he figures it out, so be it. But he hasn't proven it yet. So get the goods and walk away. It's harder. It's easier said than done because he is that good. But
yeah, and like Paul said, Texas over Washington in terms of development and everything. Really, I think the park is quite a bit better too.
At worst, he gets to sit on a bench with DeGrom, Eovaldi. Like there's like wise pitching minds in that dugout with him. What did Washington have besides Patrick Corbin?
What?
I like Cade Cavalli a lot, but in terms of what they're teaching him,
Sal Stewart out of the break.
Corbin was with Washington before he went to Texas.
I stopped paying attention, and Bubba just starts talking about Patrick Corbin again.
Yeah, I have to bring him up. He's a GOAT. He should be signed somewhere.
I did not realize he wasn't on a team. I forgot about that.
Oh, he will be.
This is part of my argument for Cease and Gore. So the White Sox were minus 41 in fielding run value, which is 28th. The Nationals were 29th. They were minus 49. So now the Blue Jays, they're 45th. They're first. And then the Rangers are 7th with 20. So they're going from bottom 3 teams to top 7 in fielding. So I think it's going to make a big impact.
Great arguments. Okay, question for you guys: Sal Stewart for $8 or Wilson Contreras for $8?
Ooh, that's tough.
Stewart.
I'm going Stewart. It just happened. So I was wondering.
Yeah, no, that's tough. Yeah. Stewart might get second base if reports are true.
What about
Intense steals.
Matt McClain? What about Matt McClain?
I don't know. I read somewhere that they're trying out Stewart at second base.
Yeah, the payoff thing.
That was a large thing. The main comment was flat out they want him at first base. That's why when I wrote about it for the update on Sunday night, I mismentioned first base. But yeah.
All right. Where are we at here? We went on a break before we even got to Mackenzie Gore. Oh, here's Cease. Speaking of Mackenzie Gore.
You gotta have them go back to back and see the price differences. This will be great.
But Cease is I'd much rather have Cease than Gore. Are we debating that?
No.
Or just saying
I'd take Cease
type
every
of player.
day. I think Ben's saying they're similar, like based on projections, skill sets, which I agree with that too, but I'll take Cease every day.
Yeah.
They're the same situation, same kind of pitcher. I think it's just one's better than the other one.
And a $19 Cease, is that what you said? A 20, even 20 is freaking awesome.
I got Cease for 19, I think, last night. I can't remember.
Glorious. That's glorious.
That's his average. And that's what he went for yesterday. So here's Andy Pajes. Teoscar went for 12. So that's maybe some frame of reference. Pajes already at 10.
Paul has had quietly a very, very, very good season last year. 277, 27 homers, 14 steals. Everyone complains because he gets ninth, but it's still 5 at-bats a game in that lineup. So, that's a heck of a rookie season.
And the bad postseason, but I think that's complete noise and is overblown for Pajes.
Except for that stupid catch he made.
I'd be more bitter about the stupid home run by Miguel Rojas.
I'm bitter about all of it.
I'd be bitter about every single thing about that. I still can't. We shouldn't talk about Orrico's already
stuck in the wall.
We won't kick him in while he's down. Come on.
Oh, it could be like 20 years down the road. I don't know if I'll ever be ready to talk about it. The Jays could win the next 3 World Series, and I'll still say, they had it in 25, and they let it slip away.
Yep.
Lyle for 7.
I was right.
Here's Chase Burns and then Mackenzie Gore. All right, here we go.
Dylan Lyle for $7. It could be a really nice looking buy if he carries that over.
20 for Burns.
I was just looking at Lyle's, like he's gone as low as $4. Like I love Dylan Lyle. Like I understand some skepticism with him, but I think there's still a really good
I like the
floor / ceiling with him. I get a good price.
I also know the power. That's the only thing I don't know.
All right,
I figure at that price you're not paying for it.
Let's throw him up for 5 and see what happens.
He's around 200. I kind of want to be. I don't know. I have taken him in a DC's Lyle, but the barrel rate's pretty poor. I don't think he's a pull guy either.
$10 isn't bad. 11 still not that bad.
Went for 10 yesterday, so looks like Mr. Welch is. Oh, we've got a late 12. Love it.
Oh, this is amazing.
Let's see if Welch goes back in.
Did we talk this up too much?
Not. $12.
Got him up a couple bucks.
All right, fellas. This was a blast. I gotta run though.
Bloom, thanks for coming on, buddy.
Yep.
Appreciate
Good luck the rest of the way, man.
See you, Ryan. Dude.
All right.
We'll talk soon.
See you. Oh man. It's weird to see like especially after Ted talks about the comparisons and projections between like Gore and Cease, and to see that their AAVs are like 20 and 9. Like there's an $11 difference between the two. Doesn't seem like there should be, if that makes sense.
Do you think that Cease is too high or that Gore's just too cheap?
I feel like Gore's too cheap. I again, we keep talking about the second half falls, and I get all that. It's horrific. You don't want to have to deal with that, but it's just for a pitcher. If you're talking price tag at $9 AAV, and again they paid 12 here, and I saw on the AAVs he's gone as low as like 7, I think. I think there's a ton of upside there.
Yeah, actually, the ERA projection and WHIP is pretty similar. So Cease is 3.63, 1.20. So he's got him beat by 5 points in WHIP. But it's just more volume and strikeouts and 2 more wins. That's the difference for Cease.
Cease has at least shown in his career he can pitch with a good WHIP. Gore hasn't come close to sniffing one.
That's a very good point.
And like I know Orrico had to have seen it. So like Gossman has become like best buds with Cease, it appears, but like they go everywhere together. And there was a cool video where Cease is throwing his pin and Gossman's just literally sitting there leaning against a pole. And he talks about like the first thing he noticed is Cease basically hides the ball until it comes out from behind his head. And he's that deceptive to like. Gausman picked it up. He's like, I've never noticed it before, but watched like 5 pitches and like, no wonder he's so unhittable. Like he literally he pulls it back in his glove, goes behind his back, and it comes out like over his ear. Like you don't see it for a while. It's pretty trippy. So
I like Springer.
I just thought as a Toronto Blue Jay guy hosting the show, he'd appreciate the. I have been paying attention because they have my favorite pitcher now. So yes.
Sorry guys, I'm constantly in a state
you focus.
distraction.
Focus.
Yeah, but were you talking about Gausman or Cease there? I zoned out a little bit.
Cease is the one pitching. Gausman was watching him, and Gausman was like picking up on because they go everywhere together right now. It looks like so. Gausman was picking up on Cease's delivery and how deceptive it is that he didn't realize it was that deceptive of a delivery.
Interesting.
It's very interesting to hear Gausman's quite a veteran at this game by now to notice something like that was pretty interesting to me.
I love Gausman.
You can see so many little things.
And John Wilder continues to roast in the chat. This is great. We got to get him on a live stream and see if he's just a keyboard warrior. No, I was kidding.
He's a little keyboard warrior too.
Yeah. Oh, it's good stuff. So Springer,
let's go.
Springer went for 16. Where are we at on that one, Joe? That's one of your boys. $16 for Georgie Springer.
I was in for a while. I just ended up getting Duran at 17, paying $1 more, and I'm okay with it. I think that Springer's got another good year in the tank, but there is also that drop-off risk. I mean, the previous 2 years, 23 and 24, were not pretty. He could go to being an 88 WRC plus this year, and we should all be prepared for that possibility. There is that floor to him, but he was the 3rd best hitter in baseball last year if you look at WRC plus, OPS plus, behind Judge and Ohtani, and I think that he could still recapture a good chunk of that, but there is also that fall-off risk at his age.
Yeah, Springer's AAB was 15, Duran's was 19, so in theory you got quote-unquote a deal. I think the Duran thing's interesting to me. I feel like he's getting kind of underappreciated in the whole fantasy spectrum between auctions, drafts, everything. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be the power guy we ever thought he'd be, but still, like, the stat line he gives you where he's getting drafted right now is pretty freaking sweet. And I think it's getting highly overlooked. Could be because the team wants to trade him and a million other factors. But I don't know. I think there's a lot to like about Duran. He's kind of getting not the appreciation he should get. Maybe I like him too much.
Well, I think part of that comes from, too, that they have an embarrassment of riches. When you have Cedane Rafael and then also Willie Abreu, like there's just if Duran gets traded eventually, I wouldn't look at that as an indictment upon him to say the Red Sox don't want him. Like a lot of teams in baseball would take that kind of player who has a 7-win floor in a given season, but they're just getting squeezed a little bit. But I think at this point, I would expect him to start the year with the Red Sox. No, do you guys expect the trade?
It seems he's starting there for now, and I've been thinks otherwise.
Yeah.
The Paredes one makes sense, but I don't think that's going to happen. So he's probably going to start with the Red Sox.
So I just saw Emilio Pagan went for 14, Daniel Palencia 11. So if you're shopping in that mid to lower mid tier closers, that's where you can start double dipping and make it work. Like I wouldn't mind honestly getting Pagan and Palencia for 25, basically the same price as the top end, and dancing with that. Now you can't predict that when you enter the draft room, obviously, but looking back going, okay, that's a world where I could definitely leave a draft and be like, okay, we could work with this.
Yeah, I mean, the high-end guys are just so expensive, and this will be an interesting one here, too, as Strider gets nominated. But those high-end closers, Ryan and I were talking off the top about it, they're just so expensive that it really just doesn't make sense to pay up for – I mean, if you're going for one of them and then bargain bin hunting for the second one, but you're spending $26 on a closer, you're spending 10% of your budget off the rip on such a volatile position for one category. I completely agree. Like, if you get Palencia – and Pagan or something like that, I think that's the way to go here.
Yep, agreed. At least one of them for sure.
Yeah, and even in snake drafts, they're just so expensive. You're spending a 3rd or a 5th round pick on your closers. I would much rather wait. Hoffman, Pagan, Helsley, whoever it is, wait a little bit. Helsley maybe not so much, but just wait as much as you can on those guys. Don't wait too long, but I mean, sometimes you see 2nd, 3rd round pocket closer type of deal. If somebody, especially if they're picking early in a draft, if it comes back to the guy who had the 2nd or 3rd pick, a lot of the time you see a Diaz Duran pairing or something like that, and that's what the market is. You got to pay it, but I just hate it. I hate paying those prices.
Yep. Sucks. Ben, what closers did you leave with yesterday? I can't remember, honestly.
I'm actually just pulling my draft board now. I got Devin Williams. I paid 22 for him, and then I got Robert Garcia for $4.
Okay. See, that's a good way to pair it together. Like get an
Yeah.
elite, quote unquote elite, and then go the other direction. Like that makes sense.
Because it's a fab league, I'm fine getting a week RP2. But so I started prepping for my DC auction, which is this upcoming Sunday, and I haven't done a plan yet. But I don't think I want to do that. See, the thing, I don't want to spend over $30 in closers either. But I don't want to have a really weak RP2. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to get an elite and then like a Palencia type or something in the middle there to walk, if that ever worked. But like they're all going to be priced up because there's, like, is your point, no fab in those ones. Spencer Strider went for 13, by the way, if anybody was wondering. That'll be an interesting one to keep track of all season long. And then Framber Valdez for 18. So, yeah, Framber keeps going higher than it feels like no one cares about his downfall last season. It was still like he had a good year, but like there was definitely not the Framber of old where other pitchers that had those kind of downfalls are definitely taking a hit.
Everybody focuses in on the incident with the catcher, but nobody talks about the 5.85 ERA in the second half. And, some people have said, I've heard some reports that he didn't come into camp looking fit, that he's looking kind of out of shape. And I don't know if that's real or not, but he's not looking great in the eyes of the media and the average person right now. So that could present a value, though. I think that could keep him cheaper in auctions. Although 18 feels maybe about right, but
yeah, his AAV 17 right now. So yeah,
if he doesn't hit his catcher, is he a $20 pitcher? Maybe.
But I guess I'm glad you mentioned it, though. It's like he really struggled last year. It was ugly. There was a stretch there. It was really, really bad. And then to your point, like he's always been a bigger dude. And obviously, I can attest it's not easy. But you could tell maybe the barbacoa was pretty good in the offseason because I think things were looking like he enjoyed life while he was trying to get that free agent money. So
you saw those videos?
Yeah, I saw him. I saw the pit off the mound. At the right angle, everyone looks large, is what I tell people. So just remember that. I've got to get the good side on these things.
Oh man, I need to figure out.
Joe, have you won anybody in the last half an hour?
You got Duran.
Yeah, I got Jaron Duran a couple.
Oh, you
minutes
did get
ago.
Duran. Oh, I missed that. My bad.
Yeah, I went a little heavy at the top, and I needed to kind of wait till the market came back around to the teens. A lot of the $20 guys after the first few. I wouldn't say I was fully priced out on, but once you spend $20 4 or so times, you got to really think twice before sticking around. But that kind of just, there was a good chunk of players here that I wasn't super in on that I probably would have been in on. And again, I'm not like an auction expert or anything even remotely resembling that. So I kind of play it as I go, but I kind of wish that I didn't pay up for Skeens and I had that 38 to distribute a little more evenly throughout the middle rounds.
Did you have a plan at all going into this? Do you have anything in front of you right now, Bubba style? Any papers?
I have a couple of spreadsheets open. I have auction calculators and such, but in terms of a hard plan, I said this to Ryan that I didn't want to come in with such a rigid plan that I back myself into a corner of needing to do X strategy and then miss out on players because of that. There was no specific dollar figure that I had to hit for pitchers, had to hit for hitters. And I just got Emmett Sheehan for $13, which I feel
not bad.
Nice.
I feel really good about that. But yeah, there wasn't really a set plan coming in here.
Okay. That's fine. I was just curious if you were going off anything or not.
Not specifically. I did watch the Bubba and sorry guys, I'm trying to do so many different things. I keep getting distracted. I watched the show that Ryan and Bubba did. I want to say it was last week, their auction show, or maybe it was and then I also went back and for the second time watched Bubba and the Bloom episode 800 with Mark Winokur and Mike Maker. So that in and of itself, I feel like gets you about 80% of the way there, just hearing those guys talk through, and that's a good 3+ hours of podcast there too. So there's a lot of good prep within those shows. And if you guys haven't heard them, if you got auctions coming up, definitely go back and check those out because those are prime goodness, Bubba.
Thank you, appreciate it. Benched with Bubba 800, by the way, because you.
Did I say
you will
Bubba
not-
the Bloom?
Yeah, we've only gone 320, so you won't find us if you guys search for it. I just hate to break it to you, but
Apologies.
no, it's all good. It's all good. I just wanted so they don't get lost and wonder where it's at. It's at the other show I do, one of the other ones I do. I wanted to ask you guys, or I wanted to point something out that there's always some outliers. Again, this is why the mean and the modes need to be a part of what's going on here. But so far now through two Bubba and the Bloom auctions, there's been a pitcher that I know I've talked about a lot, and some others have as well on my show and other shows. I think Ben's talked about him and some others. But Shane Smith has an AAV of $3. He's got as low as $1, as high as $5 in OLAX right now. He just went for $7 in this one. Pretty much, I'm pretty sure he went for like 4 or 5 in yours, Ben. So he's
Kinda
like
my
the
fault.
biggest outlier off the top of my head right now in these first two Bubba and the Bloom leagues. Like, people are going hard for some Shane Smith. That I love the innings he's going to give, most likely, but there is zero chance I am going to go over the top for. I'm not going Sylvester Stallone on Shane Smith here.
I like him, but not that much.
Yeah, he's like a fine piece of depth. I mean, he was, maybe I'm underselling him a little bit. Like, the minor league numbers were really good in terms of strikeout to walk and all that. But he's really capped in terms of win upside. He might win 4 games or something this year if he pitches 30 times even. And maybe that's exaggerating a little bit, but maybe not by much. Like, he could end up with 5-6 wins or something. But yeah, he got pushed up to, what was it? It was $7. That's a bit much. For $6 extra, I'll happily take my my Emmett Sheehan. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And then, like, you got your 13 for Emmett. Strider went for 13. Blake Snell just went for 12. Like, we won't put Emmett Sheehan in this conversation, but I'll throw it to you guys. And if you want to take a breather for your brain and do some research for something else, go for it. Strider at 13, who we think's healthy, but can the velo come back? For Snell, who when pitching's great, but when pitching's the always question. Like, which one would you prefer if you had to in a vacuum, I guess?
Sorry, throw the names out there again, Bubba.
Strider at 13, Snell at 12.
Probably Snell, I think.
I think so too. What about you, Ben?
Who was the 13 you said?
Strider.
Oh, God. I think I have Snell ahead of Strider still, so I'd probably go Snell, even though I don't really want to draft either one.
Yeah, I noticed the pricing, and Snell's AAV is 15, so someone got a quote-unquote deal on that. Obviously, we don't know what.
See that Otto Lopez price? $10.
Yeah, Otto Lopez for $8, the bus driver. Like, I have a lot of Otto Lopez this year.
That's a
Man,
lot.
these drafts auctions are tilting because Otto's.
See, the thing is with auctions is that if you really want a guy, you always have a shot to get him. So then if you have 2 guys who want someone like Otto Lopez, they're gonna jack the price up. So it's not always a guarantee you're gonna get your guy. It's tough.
I will say, though, it's very evenly distributed for the most part in terms of how much money everybody has left. For the majority of players, we're looking at, mid 60s to about 90 or $100, and then Duncan's way down at 27, but he also has Judge and Ohtani, so that makes sense. But in the last couple of years that I've done this, it feels like there has been somebody who has a crazy hammer over the rest of the room, and it doesn't look like it's going to be that way this year.
No, that makes it entertaining because more people are in it for the long haul.
Yeah,
which is good. Like you mentioned, is that you say Duncan? Yeah, he's going to be chilling for a bit most likely. But curious what Kinley goes for right here as a mid-tier, guys. Someone in the chat, Eye Slayer, has a question. Do you guys ever punt saves? We kind of talked about it, but I'll let you guys refresh what's going on here.
I mean, the majority of the leagues that we play in have an overall component, so it's very hard to just outright punt them. And in the couple of leagues that we play in, if you're talking about a home league or Tout Wars or a league on the NFBC that's not looking at, if you're playing an NFBC 50 or something where you're not really, you're hoping for the overall, but you're more so going for the league, then I can see it as a more viable strategy. It's not one that I've incorporated much over the last couple of years because I play most of my leagues on the NFBC. But I think if you're talking about the average fantasy player, if you're just talking, especially in a points league, I think it's very viable strategy. Yeah, if you do it correctly.
Ben?
Yeah, so I still play my home league on Yahoo. It's head-to-head categories. I do not punt saves in that one. It's a very good idea. I very easily could if I wanted to, but I don't. But for my my NFBC Fab leagues, namely which are the main events, I will be okay being light on saves potentially because I'm not afraid of fabbing for them. So I'll never fully punt them, but I will choose saves to be lighter compared to other stats if I draw up a plan like that.
Agreed. Saves and steals, things you can fab throughout the season. Kenley Jansen's went for $10. Like that so far to
That's
me
the
feels
steal.
like the steal of the draft. Obviously, we say these things and people will tilt them and rephrase them the way they shouldn't, but on paper, like price wise, that's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah,
They're still there.
I don't know how I feel about Kenley fully. I don't know if once he becomes third all time in saves, if he starts to falter a little bit, if he's showing some signs of aging, I don't think they would really hesitate to go to Finnegan necessarily. But there's also a chance that Kenley can give you 35 saves and give you another great Kenley season. But I think there is some risk associated. But $10 compared to the other prices, especially, feels like a pretty good deal.
Yep, agreed.
And I'll say it's Fab again, so you could always replace him if that does happen. So it's not as bad as the DC.
I got to get out of my DC brain. This is my first Fab league of the year.
That's the hardest part is getting out of just doing my Stream YOC the other night. I'm just like sitting there going, oh man. So I went from a 15 team DC to a 12 team OC. Like this is a completely different situation. Now just kind of, again, I know people are probably annoyed by now, but with the pricing of closers is why I keep bringing this up. So like there's a world where someone could have just got a Palencia for 11 and a Kenley for 10 and walked away. Like that is very intriguing way to start. Again, you don't know this going into it. Like here's Ryan Walker, for instance. What if he goes for like 10? So this is the game you can try to play. You can not pay up and hope you can land two middle guys, and it's also a viable strategy is what I want to point out.
Do you think Walker is secure in that job, Bubba?
Justin and I did the Giants preview, and as much as I don't want Walker to be the guy, there's nobody else right now. Yeah. There's nobody there. And Justin agreed. Like at least last year there was Duvall and there was Randy Rodriguez. Rodriguez had Tommy John. Duvall's in the Bronx. He's Ben's problem now. Walker was good 2 years ago. Like if he can find that swing and miss stuff again, that's fine. Last year he was not that guy, but it just really feels like I don't know who else takes it right now. There's probably options that'll show up, but like going into the season, I don't see who's there.
Okay. I've been thinking Jose Budo late in some of my DCs. I think one or two of them.
Budo's one of the first names that pops up. Like I don't hate that, but it's just like there's no one just jumping off the paper.
No, there's no obvious.
It's job. No. Yeah, like I think he has to really falter. He has to really falter to lose his job. Which
I'm wondering about Hader too. Hader's still on the board here, almost 150 nominations in.
If someone needs to throw him out there and see what's up, because otherwise someone's gonna get him way too cheap. And now it might not be way too cheap if he hasn't pitched this season, but you guys know what I'm trying to say at this point. Yeah. Like there's a window where you gotta put up or shut up. So Yainer Diaz is fine. He had a foot sprain, he's healed, he's supposed to start taking BP this week. He's fine. I know where you're going with that, so I'll help you out. Afraid to read anything.
Well, I just wanted to make sure whenever I see that red circle, red circle, I always got to double check.
I just read it. He heard it during winter ball. They stopped him playing winter ball, and he's good to go. It would take a massive setback to screw things up, basically.
But I still think the Astros lineup is pretty decent. I mean, I think a lot of it depends on if Jordan's healthy or not. If he's out for the year again, then of course that changes things. But
their outfield is so bad, though.
That's a good point. Yeah, they should trade for Duran or somebody.
Well, it was interesting because, so they trade Jesus Sanchez to your boys, who I think is a great move for the Jays. Like, it really gives them some more thump. Like, that's awesome. Platoon with Schneider. Like, I like Nathan Lucas, but Nathan Lucas is a fourth outfielder, not a starting outfielder.
Yeah.
And they trade Loperfido, who I actually like. I think the kid's talented, just hasn't stayed healthy. But you look at roster resource, Loperfido is going to be right now starting in the outfield platoon with Cam Smith. So that's where, and the Astros came out saying that Altuve is going to be playing primarily second base this spring. So they're not putting him back in the outfield unless they have to. So do with that as you wish. I think Loperfido's good. Even Spore says Loperfido over Sanchez is curious to me. I think Sanchez is better right now. I wouldn't be shocked if, a couple years from now we look at this going, Loperfido might actually be the dude. He's never got a full run until he's always been hurt. So we don't know who he is.
Have you guys hyped up Justin Crawford recently, Bubba?
Yes. In my Phillies preview with Eric Halterman, and then we talked about him in the outfield. Dude's going to be starting unless he has a horrific spring. Defense is really, really good. Massive BABIP guy, so power is limited, but he hits for average because he's fast and just hits it on the ground everywhere, and then he'll run like crazy. So, like he is what people want Chandler Simpson to be, but actually good. So I think he's very strong.
I wanted him last night, Crawford. Couldn't get him though.
Yeah. So we'll see. We got like Sports talking about Zach Cole. Everybody loves Cole, but it's like everything I look at and read, it feels like they keep trying to find someone to take his job. So it makes me wonder how much the Astros want him there. He could be great, and I don't argue that at all.
Jesus, I had Ian Happ right there. He just got stolen from me.
Ugh. God, Happ.
11. That's way above AAV.
Yeah, I would have had him for 10. I like Ian Happ a lot. He's a good player, but.
I'm looking at Cole right now. He was running 36% K rates in the minor leagues.
Yep. That's why I'm not that excited about it.
I didn't touch him at all in any DCs. I'm like, this guy's not going to make contact at all.
That was my concern. For most people that know me, they're probably surprised I had that willpower. But yeah.
Depends.
By the way, you mentioned Justin Crawford went for $5. That's his max over a lot. His AAV is $2, but he's going for $5 quite a bit. So
he went for $4 last night.
He is a polarizing one to bring it back to that. He's gone all over the board.
He went 5 2 nights ago. He went for 5, whatever it was last night. I don't remember what night it was. The last night. Yeah.
Last night was your draft, yes.
I was thinking it was Saturday, but like I was off today, so it's throwing off my whole weekend. So it's like a Sunday for me.
You sound like my daughter this morning. Wait, we don't have to go to school today, Dad? No, we don't, kid.
Yeah, that's why I didn't get Crawford. I went for $5. Otherwise, I would have had him. I was saving like at the end. It's so hard trying to save money so that you can actually get those cheaper guys that you really want. But some people just go all out.
How was Dollar Days looking yesterday? Was it rough? The $1 names?
So I don't have a single $1 player, and I kind of made sure I saved money to make sure that whoever I did want, I could get him for $2 right away.
Nice.
But there were 2 teams that had to fill it like 4 people each, and so that they're just bouncing back and forth between nominating who they wanted, which was kind of funny. But it wasn't. I despite having the max bid feature taken away, I didn't notice a big difficulty change because last year I used that to have a couple guys max bid at 2, so that if they went, I kind of got them automatically. But that's not an option now. So, but despite that, though, it wasn't a big deal for me, I don't think.
You can't do that anymore?
It has to be over $8.
Yeah,
there's no max.
They put a floor on it, so you can't do the because you can game it essentially. Like it's a loophole in the software.
Because you can make if someone throws $1 out, like they'll automatically get the $2. It's just a way of
I think it's if you bid them. So say like I wanted Justin Crawford, I bid him for $1, and someone else goes 2, I get him for 2 because I had my max bid set at 2. I think is how it works.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I remember that. That's right. Okay, I didn't realize it.
Because even last night I was bidding guys for like $17, and it was appearing as someone else's name for 17 because they had the max bid enabled for that player.
Yeah.
So it happens no matter what the value is, but they just restricted how low you can go with it.
Okay. Questions. Our first, Josh Hader went for $10. So there you go. Yeah. $10 right around the Kenley realm, right around Walker, Palencia. Question for you, Joe. You had Emmett Sheehan at 13, a very polarizing is not the right word because it's I say popular name. Ryan Pepiot just went for 12. Thoughts?
Yeah. I think I'm cool with it. I think Sheehan is a better. Is he better? I think you can project better based on his stuff. I think the team context also really helps. A lot of the guys around him, I think, are pretty big injury risks where I don't see it as much for Sheehan. Pepiot, I really like Pepiot, but if the price difference being $1, I think I'm pretty happy with Sheehan there. But I think Pepiot for 12 is also a really strong buy.
Agreed, and that's I don't think you're kind of picking on little minor things here. If we're picking between the two, I just think it's great to bring it up for those that maybe are new to auctions or playing auctions. Is so many good players going right next to each other. It's just like if you lose out on a guy, don't freak out. Just stay. It's hard not to stay focused and not freak out, but like if Joe didn't get Sheehan, he could have got Pepiot for 12 and things would have been just fine. Is what I'm trying to get at. Like it's not the end of the world. There's plenty of good players out there, and like we talked earlier about all the $20 guys. Well, there's a bunch of those low team. Like there's good pockets, especially pitching, like really good pockets, but good pockets of outfielders. That's two major takeaways I've had so far doing research. Just 2 quick cents for the conversation.
There's still a lot of really good names on the board. I get to this point in the auction where I'm down to like, 60, $70. And everybody has spent at this point, like, 70% of their money, 60% of their money, something like that. And in your brain, I feel like you can start to tell yourself all the good players are gone. But there are still so many great players on the board. And I think it was a couple of years ago when I first did this league, and Brent Hershey was in the room, and Brent kind of took his time and waited and waited and waited. And it got to a point where he just had his way and took every player he wanted in round 14, 15. And there's still so many good players in that range. Do you think that's a really viable way to go about it? Just, take 1 or 2 guys at the top, but then kind of let those $28, $29 guys just go. And then you just feast on the $15 players. I think Brent ended up maybe not winning the league, but
he won the league.
Did he win the league?
Yeah, I remember that one very clearly. Yeah, it's like in that episode 800, Mark and Mike are notorious for that strategy. Like they balance build the heck out of things, and they pepper a lot of those mid rounds. Like they talk about just really going at it, and they'll preach patience. And it's so hard, as like we all know. Like again, this is no slight, but you took the 2 pitchers. Ben took the 2 third base. Was like, you don't walk into the room thinking you're going to do that. I think we all walk in loving to be pretty balanced across the board. Like all these things, it's just you get the trigger finger, itchy trigger finger, and it's the way things go. But yeah, you're scrolling this. Like I just looked at so you have $77. You need 15 players. Like on average, it's a little over $5 a player. Obviously, you can fluctuate how that works. But as you scroll through, there's so many good players priced between like just $3 and $6 that like you can build with. So if you mix and match and do yes, to your point, would you prefer those $10 to $15 guys? Yeah, you can build a heck of a team with that. You'll be fine. Balance, I think, is the way I'd like to leave a draft. But Ben proved you could do it otherwise last night, and a lot of guys prove you can do it otherwise. Like there's plenty of ways to build a pretty solid team, and then fab the heck out of it. Like that's just the way of life. Like just be prepared to work for it, and you'll make it work. But yeah, it's a great point. That's one thing. Like even in the DC auction that Ryan and I did, is we started looking at prices. And because it was our first auction of the year, obviously, and we were all just like, dude, like these prices. Wow, this is going to be way different when we're planning for other auctions going forward.
Yeah. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, I pulled up my sheet from last. What was that, Bubba?
I think you can give your thoughts if you want to kind of rant with that one.
Well, no, I was gonna go right off of that because you were talking about the $10, like the range that Joe's showing mainly on the board right now, and so the sheet. So Joe, just so you know, I made 2 plans for my auction last night, and I had to choose which one I kind of wanted to go with. Of course, it didn't really go to plan, but the one where I did keep, I had 10 guys in the $10 to $19 range that I wanted to build, or I was identifying in my roadmap, and so there's so many guys in that. It was like Hunter Goodman, Austin Riley, Jeremy Pena, Dansby Swanson, Pajes, Dylan Cruz, Cease was in there, Sonny Gray, Bubba Chandler, Iglesias, and there's so many other names I could have gone with instead of those guys. That because if you get like I don't know $10 guys or anywhere from say 15, that's $150, and you have 150 or you have 110 left. So for your last I don't know whatever you can still go with a couple $25 guys. If you'd spend all that in that 10 to 19 range, and then you don't even have to go with that many dollar guys either. You can do, Bubba was pointing out like the $5, $6 range. There's plenty of good players there too. So yeah, but the problem is like, we're always trying to hunt for values. So if you see a value, like I saw J-Ram for $39, I'm like, okay, well that's a very good value. I'm going to go for it. So it at least allows you to kind of figure out, okay, how many guys, and what I'm saying is if by planning out your auction or draft, mainly auction and what we're discussing, but if you plan out how many guys from each price range you can afford, so that when you go out of your bounds, you can, kind of try to adjust, instead of a $25 guy, I went for a $35 guy, that's like taking $10 away. So maybe I have to go from 2 10s to like 2 5s now or something like that. So you can kind of do that if you have something in front of you to look at it. But just because like I noticed last night too, I went for 22 on Goodman and Ben Rice went for 20, but Rice went for 20 before I got Goodman. So it's just like, what are you going to do? It's a lot of timing. I think Ryan said on here too. And he said in response to me noticing that, but it's so you can't foresee a fraction of what's going to happen in an auction. It's because nomination timing, who has the money, who nominates, there's a lot of other factors that go into it.
Joe just got fully tilted on Addison Barger right there. That was amazing.
I heard something.
But I want to add on to this so Joe can breathe for a second.
Jeez.
So we're talking about these mid-round plays. Like, are they elite plays? Maybe not, but they also all have pretty good floors of potential. Like Christian Walker just went for $11. Royce Lewis went for $9. Willie Adames went for $10. Like, you could build most of your infield right there. And do you want them all as starters? I wouldn't be opposed to it, but like you could, is my point. Like, these are ways you could build a pretty solid floor team at a reasonable price and see where it goes. And see, Joe's someone's got a max bid on Polanco right now, because every time Joe bids, it went pink at least for a little bit to outbid him, I think, or someone else clicked at the same time. I don't know. But,
yeah, I think that might be it. Although I'm not really 100% sure, but
yeah,
come on, give me Polanco.
Just breathe, Joe. Just breathe.
Give me Polanco. Come on down, Jorge.
You got him. You got Jorge Polanco for $7. $7. Gonna get that first base eligibility.
I love Jorge Polanco this year. I don't understand
when Freddie gets hurt.
Yep.
Hey, no.
Good thing Ryan wasn't here to hear that. Well, here goes Dennis Santana, another one of those kind of
Kiesel for 8 versus Polanco for 7. That's a interesting.
I'd rather have Polanco. Well, I guess it's do you want
power?
Or do you want team build? Yeah. See, Dennis Santana for $9. Now we're talking about, like, I don't know if you really trust Dennis Santana, but he's the closer for now. So $9. Ooh, where does Pablo Lopez, Mr. Getting an MRI, might not pitch this season go? This is gonna be good.
My hand is coming off the mouse for you to see there on the screen. I am not.
Is Welch going to get him for $2? Like, I was about to go
for $2. It'd be worth.
Yeah, I don't say I'll take the $2. I'll drop if I have to for $2.
Yeah.
But this is where auctions are also good. Like, we talked about the Jackson Holiday earlier on. He went for $1 in Ben's league. He went for $3 in your league. Like, I'll pay $3 to see what Jackson Holiday's got.
Yeah.
Like, I know not everybody's a big Holiday fan. I'm probably bigger than most. $5 for Pablo Lopez. That's intriguing. What do you go for in your league last night, Ben, if you have Pablo Lopez by chance?
I have it pulled up. Let me look. Pablo Lopez, where are you? I think it was more than that, if I had to guess.
I would guess his AV was 13, so I'm guessing he's somewhere in that ballpark.
I control F on here. That's the question.
Yeah, I learned that's how you look for things.
I don't know if it works for the stickers, though. That's the thing. So I'm on the sticker page.
It's just harder to see it, but it does.
He went for $10. Oh, yeah, the Pablo's microscopic.
Yeah.
$10.
You went for $10 yesterday?
Before the knowledge of the MRI. That's interesting.
Oh, man.
Whoever picked him was probably like, heck yeah. Like, I just got $10 Pablo Lopez.
Was that this morning, that news, or was that yesterday, that news?
I saw the MRI news this morning.
This morning? Okay. Wow.
Joe Adele for 11. See, that's what I'm saying. These mid-tier guys, like, are they elite 5 category guys? No, that's why you're not paying a premium for them. But these are all dudes that you could fill out rosters with at some point in time.
They have a lot of room for improvement too. Like Royce Lewis, he's going for what? He went for $10. If he stays healthy, he could be worth $25, $30 end of the year. So,
Agreed. I'm a big Royce Lewis believer at his price. I say it now, so it means it won't happen, but I'm going to be interested in Royce Lewis sub $10 in pretty much every draft I can go to.
I had to put Joe. I had Burleson last night. Oh no, I jinxed it. I'm sorry.
That's the same guy that got you on Barger. That's the same dude. Who is this guy?
I don't know.
I don't
Kick
know
him out of the Patreon.
I know. I don't know his last name.
It's right there, Praska.
Yeah, I don't. It's not ringing a bell. Is what I'm saying. Like when it comes
I don't know his last name. It's right there.
Yeah, no, I can read that one. Give you a little credit. I got the glasses on.
Oh, this guy's tilting me, man. Oh God,
that was good.
It's right there.
Oh, you don't know his last name. It's right there. Poor Joe.
Oh man, that was good. That was good. Well done, Ben. Well played. Well played.
I was confused. I was legit confused. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
I know. I can read that. I had a little levity here for you, Joe.
I need it. I need it right now.
Sorry, man.
I'm just getting ready because I'll be in Joe's shows on Wednesday. Like, if anybody's new to this, because there are probably some new viewers, obviously, because we're on the Sleeper in the Bus, Justin Mason's YouTube feed. I streamed my live draft last year. I'm pretty sure Ben was in the room with me. Either Ben or Ryan, I can't remember now. And I was all gung ho on saving my last catcher from Miguel Amaya, and my $2 Amaya got sniped to $3, and I didn't have the budget for him, and I almost flipped over my desk. So that was fun. So you guys want to see full tilt in an auction room? Miguel Amaya for $3. That's the kind of things that'll tilt you.
3 hours into the auction too. It was like late.
One of my last picks. Thought I was going to get one through. Not a chance.
I didn't realize we're on the Sleeper in the Bus feed right now. It's cool.
Yeah, we're also on Fangraphs. We should be.
Nice.
We should be. We're on. It's on the Rotographs page. It's on the Rotographs page.
Gotcha.
I'm checking off a new box on my podcast.
Yeah, you and me both.
Bubba, you must have been on the Sleeper in the Bus before.
Oh, I've been on Sleeper in the Bus. Yeah, I haven't been on the these YouTube pages. I don't know what to do with myself.
I think I did it all correctly. It should be on Rotographs anyway. I wouldn't put it past myself to have messed up the back end technology somehow.
But it's okay, Joe. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I can't read the background because of the window is in the way.
Yeah, that's what people. I actually had someone reach out and complain about my bench with Bubba that. Yeah, having the two people on the screen, it blocks out the logo on the back. I'm like, you want the logo or you want the two people on the screen? I don't know what to do for you.
Must be a good logo then, Bubba.
I don't know, but it just made me laugh. Like there's always going to be something you can't make happy. But yeah, all right. So we got Murakami just went off the board. That's going to be one to watch all year. $7. Ozzy Albies for 8. See, that's another Albies for 8's a guy I'm intrigued with him. And Sonny Gray, one of the most reliable dudes on the planet, for $12.
Whoa, Eugenio Suarez! It looked like he was going to go for $1 there for a second. That got down quickly.
That would have been wild.
Oh, I would have been super, super pissed, especially needing a third baseman.
Yeah, that's full tilt mode. Like that's for man.
He went for a lot last night.
He's going to because he's in Great American Small Park. Everyone's going to get overly excited. Like I think Eugenio is good, but let's be real. A batting average is going to crater things if you're not playing it accordingly.
Where is he?
13. That's reasonable.
Like power's great. Don't get me wrong. If you need power, freaking rock and roll. Like I totally get it. You're gonna hit in the middle of that order, and it's a good Reds batting order. Like really good offense. So I don't.
Joe's got the average cushion for it.
Yeah, if Suarez can hit like 240, you're golden. It's. I'm always ready for that other shoe to drop at some point.
He went for 19 last night.
19. Nice.
I'll
you got 14, Joe.
With Contreras, with Freeman, with
good.
Duran, I think I can afford him.
Yep, you're good. Yeah, Eugenio. So he went for 19 with you. His AAVs in the OLAX is 13. He's got as high as 19, as low as 8. But yeah, he's literally every draft's like a different number with him. He's all over the board on what people want, which makes sense with his profile.
Yeah, the power feels safe. I mean, the playing time, even in a crowded team, feels very safe. I don't know if he's going to hit 50 again, but even if he hits 37 or something.
Yeah, I think if he hits the mid 30s and you could start at the mid 30s and whatever else is gravy, I think.
Yeah. Is it Elliot Ramos, Bubba? Is it Elliot?
It's Elliot. Yes, I learned that I remember going to the game, and when the announcer announced it, I literally I looked at the scoreboard to make sure I was paying attention because I have watched games. I don't think I've ever heard the Kruk and Kipe say it right. I just never paid attention.
Right.
But it was clear as day. Elliot Ramos, and if it's wrong, then the entire 81 home games has been wrong each season. So I'll go down with that ship. But 10, does he another 10? I'm going to keep bashing this point home, and people might hate me, but a lot of like reasonably priced players coming in here that you could fill in the gaps with.
No, it's true. It's true. That's why for the first couple of nominations, unless it's somebody I really love, I'm generally not going for it. I feel like especially in the first maybe 2 rounds, people just get jacked up way more than they should. They're already expensive players to begin with. If a $45 player and they're getting pushed to 48 or something, you can live in this middle round range and get the Ian Happs and get those style players that are, high single digit, low double digit, and fill out the team, I think, in a more balanced way. You don't have to live in the $1-2 range as much.
Yeah, I joked with Ryan one time. I said, I wonder if I just like leave my computer for the first 7 rounds, and then after the break show up. We'll see what my team would look like. Just see what happens. I think you still need like 1 or 2 kind of top end guys, but at the end, does it matter? Probably not. So I'd be really curious if I had money to burn, like some, the NFBC elites. I'd be curious to see how that would turn out. There you go. You got your guy. I wasn't going to say anything. I wasn't trying to jinx it. Orrico got his Gossman for $11. I love that. Love
SP4. I like that.
Love
a lot.
that for an SP4. Orrico was zoned in on the computer, so I was not going to bring up that he's bidding on his guy because I was like, let's not let him get sniped again.
Oh, you bought him yesterday?
Yeah, I got him for 12. He was my SP3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I grabbed him in my OC as my SP3 or 4. I think he was my 3. I think Ladola was my 4.
Joe, how much money have you spent on pitching?
A lot.
A good chunk. I've spent 26 and 38, so that's 64, and then 32, 96 plus 11, 107 on pitching right now.
Yeah, my budget's usually 100, so yeah.
And you have 4 to go.
Yeah. Now we'll probably live in the $2 range and make it work. Maybe we'll see.
Until he bids like on
Yep.
I don't know, Bubba Channel here or something.
Because I told you earlier, you're like $5 average player. Now you're down to $3.75 a player. So
we'll make it work.
That dollar per player goes down quick. It starts at like what, a little over 10 per player, and this keeps going down. It's not a lot per player.
Evaldi for $12. That's pretty sweet.
Does Evaldi have a clean bill of health?
As of now, he had a hernia surgery in the off season. Right now, all signs point to okay, but with Evaldi, are signs ever all good? That's the question.
He's good until he breaks down.
Yep, take it, enjoy it. At least you don't have to pay a premium for him, and he gives you premium return more often than not. Okay, so Westbrook is going to go for way more than Holiday, huh? Interesting.
Westbrook,
he's just sore. I think that's why there's a difference.
He has an oblique injury.
I thought he has
but at least it's his right oblique.
You can sugarcoat however you want.
Yes, I have a soft tissue injury
already. Yeah, that's a soft tissue injury that could linger. Is my problem. He has quite the history as well.
Unfortunately. Oh, I read the article. It was the Rangers beat reporter email, and Berger was talking about doing Pilates, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, here comes the Judge-esque rebound season for the Burger Boy.
Can't wait. Sign me up. Give me supersize it. Brandon Woodruff, man. I just can't do that.
Yeah, I would have taken him if he was maybe a few dollars under, but at cost, that worries me a little bit. And so does the whole bullpen situation. I don't know what the hell's going to happen here.
There you go. Because Miguel's still out there, right?
Yep. Miguel's out there, yeah. Miguel goes $4 cheaper now than Uribe?
Yeah, they usually goes back-to-back, too, in most drafts. It's really funny.
By ADP, hasn't Miguel been going ahead of Uribe?
Like a pick or two. It's very close. Like Uribe's AAV is $11 right now.
There's a $4 difference in AAV, but they're being drafted in the same spot in snake drafts. That's interesting.
Well, also too, the OLAC started well after DC's did, and then people started shifting midwinter.
That's a good
after
point.
Guys like Rob was talking up Uribe and things like that. So
yeah, I think Uribe is the much better pitcher. I just feel like McGill, they want him to close so they can try to sell him for something, but who knows?
You have to have all your starting spots filled before the reserve, right?
Yep. They won't let you nominate someone if you already have a filled type thing. They're not supposed to, at least. See, Abner Uribe just went for the same price as Kenley Jansen and company. And we don't even know if if he's the closer, that's awesome. But we don't know if he's the closer. That's wild.
Yeah.
You know why? Because everyone else is off the board.
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty much, I think. Yeah. McGill, Suarez,
Finnegan. So Miguel goes for. Try to get him for $1, Joe.
Victor Vodnik's on the board. There's still a closer on the board, technically.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
Oh, God.
Hat tip to Jesse Severe because he's the first guy I ever heard talk about Victor Vodnik. I think it was FPAS 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, I still like. I think I took him. I've taken him a few times this year. I have a soft spot for him because he's so darn cheap, but he's going to get saves while he's healthy. Like he's got strikeout stuff, but his ratios are going to kill you. But again, you're not paying for all that stuff.
Yeah, I have him in a couple of DCs as like a third or fourth reliever. Durbin. I think the slander against Durbin went a little bit too far.
$3 Caleb Durbin is
not too bad at all.
Like, is he elite? No, but for $3 at a third base position,
yeah, he'll do.
His AAV is 6. So as low as 3, as high as 9. Like $3 is pretty solid. That's a nice little buy for, is it Tarby? I can't even read. I'm so blind.
Schwellenbach, man.
Oh,
get him for $1 here. It looks like. Oh, maybe not.
See, or Tarley. You know what this bit is? This is how can I get someone cheap that I know I'm not going to use, but I need to fill my roster up so that I can reserve round stuff later. That's what that is with Schwelly.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know.
Praying the news comes back good, like Waldrop for $1 type thing.
Waldrop, I have a bunch of Waldrop this year.
I'm lucky. I love him. I had some early, but I've been out bid / drafted ADP on him.
Yeah,
I got unfortunate in that regard, but I loved him going into this season, and that does not look good.
No, I think he's done. They need to make a trade or something. I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, like immediately, it's like Zach Lytle, Lucas Giolito are all like meeting with the Braves. It's like, here we go. This is what these guys that wait till the end, they are going to get on some good teams because there's going to be a lot of guys going down in spring like usual.
Yeah.
Are they actually meeting with the Braves? Those two guys?
That's the rumor I saw. Yeah. So, someone's going to get paid pretty soon.
At least I don't lose any pitchers or anyone that I have on my teams. That's good.
Yeah, not yet. You're hanging in there.
Oh, I have 4 hours left.
Yeah. Yep. Bryce
Bubba went for a lot yesterday. Not you, Bubba Chandler.
Bubba Chandler for $11 is nice. I can enjoy that.
What did he go for? He went for 14 yesterday, and I was at a point where I couldn't really afford that.
Yeah, I think Bubba's in for a big season. Pretty sure I took him in my OC, if I remember correctly. And Ryan,
I have him on helmet. I think I have him on 2 of 7 teams for Bubba right now. I want to be.
By the way, this is Ryan's most rostered player, Shota Imanaga, right now, folks.
Really?
Yep.
He's got a stomach on him, Ryan, because I had Shota last year, and it was scary at the end.
That's why I always tell him it's your whip god's what I call him. That's what Ryan always is go-to is, well, look at his whip. Yeah, his whip's great. Strikeouts suck, but his whip's great. But his strikeouts were good before. So
yeah, Shota whips his head back on all those home runs he allows.
I hope Ryan's listening and laughing while he feeds his kids dinner right now. Yes, Shota for $10. Like I still think that's good. Like I know his AAV's 8, but I am a Shota believer. So as much.
I thought about him last night after taking Cease as my SP1, thinking, okay, maybe a little whip massaging, but I forget what he went for.
Francisco Alvarez for 7. See, now we're starting to get some quote perceived discounts at the moment.
That's a good buy.
Yeah, this is where things get interesting because people are all kind of. It's like Joe right now. A lot of you guys are starting to, okay, I got to be cheaper. I got to be more self-conscious of what I'm doing. Like, where's this going to fit in? This goes back to your point you asked a while back, Joe. If you waited and you have all that money to spend, you can just start picking all these guys off left and right and building quite the squad.
Yeah, there's a lot of great players left on the board. There are a ton of targets. I don't want to say them necessarily. I'm not sure how many people in the draft are in the stream here.
Most of the stream are Bubba and the Bloom Discord people, from what I've noticed. So just be wary.
Yeah, that's why the queue is empty because I don't want to show my hand.
I'm just going to be nice. Like I know Welch is in the chat for sure. I don't know who else is, but you have a few in there that are in your league right now.
Yeah, I recognize most of the people that have talked.
Yeah, most of the people chatting are from the Discord.
Who's MAKWJ? You know?
Which one? That's what I hate how I don't know who that one is.
Show.
Yeah, I'm annoyed by how YouTube changed. They used to have their names there. Now it's all this garbage. Which is
RMI dogs from the Discord. I recognize him.
Oh yeah, that's Grizzmania. He's the one that we got your Otani Judge start.
Oh, nice.
Nothing to see here. We're not watching.
Yeah, so yeah, nothing to see here.
Oh, it's Mark Jordan. Okay, never mind.
Oh, there you go. Sorry. Yeah, it's no slights. We just can't tell by these stupid way YouTube did this. I don't. It's just like every social media or whatever platform now they find ways to screw up a good thing.
TDK just repeated his name.
TDK. Yeah, his is simple. His is TDK pretty much everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Oh man, I need to start worrying about my outfield a little bit.
Nemo.
Oh, there's Dun. So Dungan's in there. So yeah, you got to play at least half your league in this chat. Just go throw it out there.
Oh, Joe, you're into what I did, except for you have a better outfielder one than I had.
Who was your first?
I think I had Altuve as my first outfielder.
You're gonna play him in the outfield?
Yeah, because my second baseman. Well, I mean, it could change. I have Simeon as my second baseman, but
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. My outfield was Burleson, Altuve, Beck, Marsh, and Canzone.
It could be worse.
Could be a lot worse. Yeah.
On the bright side, if you're ever going to find a position to find a lot of $2 to $5 players, the outfield's got plenty of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good point. Ooh,
I drafted Steer, who could play. So I read the beat reporter email for the Reds, and they assumed that Steer was playing the outfield because I know Rush Resource has Blade out there, but there's a chance that Steer could actually play the outfield still. So
yeah,
he could get eligibility.
Agree. What I've seen Steers, if he's playing, it's the outfield. That's where pretty much all the because they're really locked in on Stewart at first, McLean at second, Elliott at short, Cabrian at third, and Eugenio DHing. So Stewart has to play the outfield. They want his bat in the lineup, so that's kind of where that one goes. Interesting. Kyle Teal for $8, $1 more than Francisco Alvarez.
You like Alvarez more?
I'm a diehard Teal fan. I think Teal is like a poor man's. Like he's the new version of JT Realmuto to me. Like I think there's at least a 10-10 floor with more upside there, and I think he'll hit for a decent batting average for a catcher. Like I think there's a lot for me to like with Kyle Teal. Maybe I'm overly optimistic, but I love what I saw last year. I love what we've seen in the minors. Big fan. I like Alvarez though. I've always been anti-Alvarez, and I've admitted I need to see it. I saw enough last year. Changed his approach at the plate. He slimmed down. His injuries last year are flukes, like hit on the hand hit by pitch and stuff. He showcased me. He showed me a lot last year that I'm a believer in him as well. There's a ridiculous amount of power there. Like I think he's a poor man's Hunter Goodman if you want to play that game. So I think there's a lot to like with Francisco Alvarez.
Well, we're going to be talking catchers tomorrow on the Fantasy Pros Baseball Podcast with Mr. Bubba. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get it posted tomorrow, but in the next couple of days, make sure you guys are checking that one out. And I also want to shout out the Canadian contingent in the chat here. We're drafting from Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island. Let's go, baby. We love our Canadians here.
We got plenty of Canadians in the Discord, man. Like we are well represented in that Discord. Don't you worry.
Let's go. True North strong, boys.
I'm impressed you knew what PEI meant.
Yeah, that's because he's a Canadian. Like you and I.
That's right, yeah. I forgot Joe's Canadian for a second.
Yeah. I am indeed born and raised.
Alaska's in the chat too, so that's actually his name. I'm an idiot. Yep. There you go.
Yep, I've been born and raised about 5 minutes from downtown Toronto my entire life.
And that's basically like U.S. latitude, so it's like it's just you're in Canada. It's same weather that I probably have.
Pretty much, yeah.
South
deep
Dakota.
freeze.
South Dakota might as well be in Canada this time of year, so you're fine. And my family's from North Dakota, so I'm making the joke. Like my grandfather and all them grew up in North Dakota, so part of me almost is Canadian. If you really want to get down to brass tacks, there.
I'll take it. We'll claim you.
Yeah,
you got a good group of Canadians in the fantasy space these days.
There are, for sure. Jurickson Profar on the board had a hernia surgery over the offseason. Good to go, just in case anybody's concerned there. And
you guys have any concern about the PEDs and any of the, if he stopped taking them and maybe, the magic fairy dust is gone, what's he going to look like?
Yeah, it looked pretty good
last year. It was good when he came back for a while.
That's true. Yeah.
I haven't drafted him yet. Something about him it kind of scares me off. I don't know.
Yeah, but like this price, this is why it's attractive in an auction to me is when you're kind of looking to save some cash and you can get a guy that's going to start every day, potentially hitting towards the top of a Braves lineup that you hope's good again someday. Like, there's a lot to like for me with Profar.
What's his $89?
Does anybody remember what Chase Burns went for? I apologize. Was it like $20, something like that? Am I wrong?
I think it was a little under. I think he was like 17, maybe.
Okay, Mizorowski just went for 8.
Oh, they're miles apart.
That's I guess that's one of those things that's slipped by me in my prep because I'm out on both of them, and I agree. I think Burns is the better arm, but to be
why
nearly
is that
$10 apart, like nearly $10 apart, seems a lot to me.
Burns went for 20 last night in mine.
Wow.
He went for more than
17 tonight, apparently. Okay. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, Burns went for more than what I got Cease and Peralta for. Where's Mizorowski? Mizorowski went for 8 last night. $12 difference.
Too. Yeah. Huh.
Real Muto.
Matt McClain for 5. Second base is the value spot right now.
Yeah, I'm still okay with my $7 Polanco, but there's a lot of good buys at second base.
To me, it's still like we're talking sub $10 guys, like almost the entire position. Albies was 8. We talked to Jackson Holiday earlier. Keishel was 8. Simeon's gonna go for like 3 or 4. Like, you just go down the list. You can get a lot of. I'm not saying you're punting second base, but if you already want to circle a position to not spend on, there's one for you.
Is that Britton Allen in the chat? I think it is.
Britton Allen.
Britton Allen.
If he's talking Braves, it's Britton Allen.
Good to see
you.
He has
2 cents to give on Profar.
Yeah, he did the Braves preview with me on Bench with Bubba. Always a great time with Britton, especially talking. It's always a great time, period, with Britton Allen. But talking Braves baseballs, it's very entertaining.
He was good on the stream with
Britton, if you want to come on, let me know. Send me a message. I'll shoot you the link.
Also, I'll throw this out there. On Tuesdays, League 3, Britton Allen and Kevin Hastings will be co-streaming their auction draft on Tuesday evening. So that'll be pure entertainment with that combination.
That's a great pair. Hastings, if you're out there listening, we got to get you back out to Arizona, buddy. I missed it the last couple of years.
Yeah, I talk to him every year, and he's just got a new job and some other stuff recently, so it's just been a little tricky. But he wants to come out because, man, you want to talk a guy that can hang out at the bar and have a good time with.
Oh,
that's one of them.
I love Hastings. Great dude. Great dude.
Yep, always great.
Cedric Mullins.
Keith Colt for a loony. It must be at $1. I don't know what a loony is, but I know it's your version of the dollar, right?
It's our version of the dollar. There's an episode of the Fantasy Pros Baseball Pod from a couple years ago where I explained to Welsh the Canadian coins, and it is a very funny few minutes. I have no idea which episode. If somebody can find it, it'd be really funny. But Welsh was thrown for a loop with the Canadian loonies and toonies and all that. The rest of it's the same, quarters, nickels, dimes, and all the rest of it. But man, our money is definitely interesting. We used to have dollar bills. We used to have $2 bills for a while, but they phased those out maybe 20-ish years ago.
Yeah, they're trying to phase. Like they kind of basically phased our $2 bills out. That's kind of a thing of the past as well. Is Glaber going to get to $10? Holy crap! Didn't see that one coming.
Mullins for 5. You guys see that? He went up.
Yeah, Mullins for 5. I was looking at Gavin Williams for 8. That gets me excited.
I like Gavin. Second
half was outstanding for Gavin. Like, really good.
Oh man, Zach Wheeler.
Birch in the chat says, when will Herrera get catcher status? Once he plays 10 games at the position. And if the chatter is correct, shouldn't take too long. They want to play him there regardless of his defensive skills. So we'll see, because they want Barrelson to play first, and they want to rotate the DH position. I'll believe it all when I see it, but it requires 10 games to get it on the NFBC.
Yeah. That's a little expensive for Wheeler.
If he only misses 1 month, that's where things are looking right now. I like the gamble. It's expensive, but I like the gamble. B. Reynolds. Joe's like just hovering over it. He's just like, should I? I'm watching the cursor. He knows his budget. He's just like, I don't know.
Makes sense. Oh no!
Jack is such a good fantasy player. I'm sorry.
Joe, how are your steals looking? That was one thing I was wondering.
Is that Zach back? Like Dynasty Dugout back?
No, he's Sonics in our Discord. He does 1 million NFBC 50s. I did an NFBC 50 show with him early in the off season. Heck of a player, really good dude too, but heck of a player. He recorded the show on his vacation on a back deck in Hawaii with me.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Was crazy. Yeah,
my steals been predominantly are Neto and Duran.
Yeah,
and then we have Contreras, maybe a few, Freeman, hopefully 10, but that might be a bit ambitious. Polanco, a handful maybe, but not amazing right now. I need to add a few.
Yeah.
And we have Mr. Chandler Simpson here. For
I was just about to say Chandler Simpson's. Someone say steals?
Oh, I like Laureano this year. I don't know if I can afford him if they keep this up, though. Nah, I can't afford him.
No, you can't.
So you can average 4 a player, essentially. It's like roughly.
Yeah.
Between 3 and 4.
But if I factor in like $3 or $4 days guys, then I can say, okay, then I can spend like 5.
It'll change things a bit.
No, you can go up to like an 8 or something, or 7, maybe once.
I wanted freaking Reynolds. That's annoying.
I think Quan makes more sense for your team, honestly. Well, I mean, you don't need the average, but I don't know. Maybe a little more steals with that next outfielder.
I have the power already pretty squared away, mostly. Yeah, you might be right about that with Quan. Another guy, though, that might push to $10. You guys hear this thing about
that average?
He does have the average, yeah. Did you guys hear about with Trout that he's going to be playing center again this year?
Yeah, that's the last thing I want to hear when I saw that.
I saw that.
Like, what are we doing? Why?
Yeah, I already wasn't taking you in round 16. Now I'm definitely not taking you in round 16.
Motion to increase the budget to 300 per team.
That's bad.
I'd love that. I will take it. Oh, Sandy. I think Sandy could be in for a big year.
Oh, I remember that you and Ryan were speculating or questioning why it's 260. Did you read Schechter's book?
No, I did not. I need to, but
he mentions the people who came up with the 260 in it. I don't remember exactly why, but I remember reading about it in the book.
I have a feeling it was when I read I totally blanked on the name now. It was the book about the original like tout wars and all the drafting in New York City and everything by I think Sam Walter, I think is the one that wrote it. I totally just blanked on it. I've read it multiple times. And like he's learning fantasy baseball through them at the auction table. I guarantee you it's in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Is his name Walker?
Fantasyland, Sam Walker. Fantasyland, as Ryan put in the chat. Such a great book. Like if you guys are fantasy people and if you're watching this, you probably are. I'd recommend it. I read that thing in college. I've read it multiple times. It's such a great book. Like it doesn't get old, and it's weird too. Like so, a little like Joe, you can relax and research for a moment here. Like for a guy like me, this would be for podcasting, like where you listen to, hey, look at all these like guys. Oh my god, the best of the best. You're thinking they're the coolest people. They are cool people. Don't get me wrong, but you realize we're all the same people in the end. Is where I'm trying to go with this. But you see them in this book, and it kind of puts them on another pedestal of where they are, and so it's really cool because then like Lord Michaels was in there, and I've got to meet him in San Francisco before he passed. Unfortunately, like there's just so many like legends in the game. Obviously, I just keep blanking on everything now. It's just great. It's Monday evening, but a lot of great players in there. The legends of the game. As we get started, Tout Wars is in that day. It's really cool stuff.
Yeah, this world is pretty cool, man. The way the relationships evolve. Like I remember my first year at FPAS, sitting at the bar, and I was sitting there on my own at one point, and then Eno sat down beside me, and I was like, "Oh my god, like this is like a celebrity." And then Paul sat down on the other side of me. It's like this is another like celebrity person that I don't belong sitting at the bar beside these people. Like you have those kind of feelings at first, but everybody's like so welcoming, and you read those stories and have those experiences. It's a cool space we have here.
It is. Like my getting to know Eno moment was great before I got to really know him at Barf and other places. I was typing an article at a Starbucks, and he was at a beer convention. I know, shocker to many. It was across the freeway in Paso Robles where I was at Firestone Brewery, and he was posting something. So I just like DM'd him. I said, "Hey, I'm across the freeway. You want to grab a beer? He said, yeah, come over. I'm at the bar. I walk over there. I felt like I was like a guy trying to ask his girl out for the first time, like walking up to him. And he just like saved me a seat. We sat down at the bar, had a couple beers. He had to go get dinner with some people. We probably hung out for like 30, 45 minutes, but this is ridiculous. But it sounds silly when you talk about it out loud. But it's just funny. When it's just like, yeah, we're all the same people. We're all nerds that enjoy baseball, fantasy baseball. And it's a really cool community that has come together.
Yeah, the events are great. I'd like to make it out to Tout Wars in New York one year. I'll be online this year, but I think maybe next year I talk to Jeff or Justin or whoever I have to talk to, and maybe go to New York one year.
Well, because it's not that as far for you, is it? Because you're in
No.
Yeah,
New York is
easy for you.
I mean, the Godfather games?
No, he's talking about for Tout Wars.
For Tout Wars. I mean, what do they
like...
charge for the Godfather games for those leagues? Those are like crazy.
You know?
Yeah.
You just won an overall, Joe.
Yeah, I did indeed, but I don't want to spend all of the winnings on one entry fee. I mean, what do they charge? Is that like the 10 grand league or whatever it is?
Well, no. Well, so the one he had in 2024 was the MTM Ultimate, which is a $5 grand league. But then last year they had main events. That's what I did. I did a main event there.
Okay.
And like the $1,600 auctions, it's basically a lot of the Vegas events. They do a few of them there, just so the East Coast doesn't have to travel per se.
No, what I'm going to do with my winnings in terms of the fantasy reinvestment will be more, I think, online championships. I think I'm going to do a couple of OCs. Yeah. I've been debating a main event. But
if you do that, get on a plane, join us in Vegas. It's so much more fun. I was kidding.
It's just so much money. I'd like to, but being Canadian, it hits me even harder. It's not $1,700. It's like $2,700 or whatever it turns out to be.
Well, if you're talking Godfather games, as Dustin Anderson posts, it comes with free parking. So that's the running joke.
Masato better give me free parking if I get that.
Oh, he advertised it on Twitter as like there's plenty of free parking. It's the funniest thing we've seen.
Yeah, I shared the flyer he made. I'm like,
it was so good.
No, I don't think I'll make it to anything this year, but FPAS is always the big one. Ben, we got to get you out to FPAS one year. What are you doing?
A long trip, a far trip.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
at least with the Godfather games, I can just drive down.
I need him to bring his golf game with him. Like, there's a million things that Ben could jump on.
I went to get fitted for a driver yesterday. It went horribly. I couldn't hit the ball for shit. It was bad. Sorry if I can.
I mean, that means probably means it's the driver to buy. Then it's going to adjust your swing and get you locked in.
Well, when it's your first time playing a club since October, it's not going to go well.
Yep. I get you there.
Yeah.
Now you can definitely swear if you want to swear. There's been a couple of utterances of profanity throughout the draft already, mostly by me when I've been sniped on.
Have you met Justin Mason by chance? This is actually his.
Justin.
This is his channel. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've seen the picture, this is Justin's.
So despite my earlier, frivolous spending, I'm actually the top dollar guy right now.
Yep. You have 12 spots to fill.
Yeah.
Jordan Beck would be good for you.
And Shane Boz for $7. My God, it's a dream of mine.
It's pretty good stuff.
I would start spending now, Joe, because if you don't, you're going to be getting.
You have too much money left eventually.
Over. Yeah.
Yeah. This recent run though has been like either $10 plus hitters like the Quans. The pitchers that I can't afford to be spending $6 or $7 on, a lot of the most recent picks, like the only
you can get one or two $6 players, and just means you limit yourself to a couple more dollar guys.
Well, you're probably gonna have what $4 $1 pitchers, so that's $41 for 7 guys. So that's like you can average like $6 a player the rest of the way out if you get 4 $1 starters.
There you go.
If you want to do that, I mean,
Ben helped me so much on my show doing stuff like that last year on my auction.
Am I going to get Jordan back?
No.
Dude.
Jesus Christ!
I love.
It's been like you guys are brutal, man. Like I'm streaming the draft here. Stop sniping me. Give me a break here. Oh my God.
I guess you could go with Kowser. He's cheaper, same profile, worst average.
I kind of like Adelise. I don't know if he really fits this team, but I feel like he's going to bounce back this year.
At his price, especially, I'm taking that chance all day. He's going to hit like 6th or 7th. I know it's not what you want, but they want him to play every day. That's why they love his defense over Casty's. He doesn't drink beer in the dugout, apparently. So he's got that going for him.
I think it's worth it for me to take Chandler.
I'll let Ben answer that question.
I don't know if I need him necessarily, but
I
need an outfielder. I could use a little bit of speed, but could I use
it will allow you to get someone like Caglianone. You could get Adelise then if you do get Chandler. It allows you to get more power guys, obviously, but.
And just remember something. Ben said 4 $1 pitchers. You could also, and at least $6. You can get a $6 pitcher. It means you have another $1 like outfielder or something. You can pivot around.
Yeah, this is the interesting part of it, really. Like it's fun to see the $50 players go in the early going, but this is where you make or break your team.
Like a $7 Ranger Suarez is outstanding as well.
Yeah.
He's really good with the ratios that late in the draft at that price point.
If you don't have an RP2, then yeah, it's a great deal. Yeah, there was.
Yeah, Sir Anthony. This is another one I keep forgetting about in drafts, but got the job. They gave him 2 years. $6 is pretty sweet. Good job, Tarley. Really good stuff.
Yeah, it's a good buy, I think.
Yeah, like considering other prices. Like, so him paired up with a $22 guy, so he spent 28. It's a little higher than he'd want, but still I think he could walk away being pretty pumped about that. Jacob Wilson.
I prefer $6 Sir Anthony to my $4 Robert Garcia.
True.
You think Garcia is locked in there?
Someone mentioned Chris Martin, and he was there all last year. They didn't give him the job. Yeah. But what I did was, and with the 30th pick, I took Alexis Diaz. So I have Garcia and Diaz on my team. So I think Garcia is the guy. You look at their bullpen. Who else? I don't really know who else would be.
It's more the Alexis. I don't think it's Martin because I agree with what who you're listening to there. It's the Alexis Diaz potential, and more importantly, they have a couple flamethrowers, Church and Teodo in the minors with zero control, but flamethrowers. So I think Garcia gets it out the gate. I think it could be a thing like last year where eventually he might lose it, but for $4, I feel like you'll get your money's worth at least before things go sideways.
Yeah, I actually wanted Griffin Jacks, but someone bid him up a lot on me.
I got Adelise Garcia for $6.
Break time. So we're through round 15. You know what I'm saying?
So now you have 11 players left for. Yeah, you're like a $3 to $4 still per player. Man, they should add a third number saying your dollars per player in the top. That'd be very helpful, I think.
That would be very helpful, yeah. Greg Ambrosius, if you're listening, help us out.
What are you asking Greg to do? Sorry.
I was saying it'd be very – so they have the total budget and then your max bid on the top.
Yeah.
If they also showed your dollars per player, I think that'd be very helpful.
Yeah, that'd be very helpful, but there's some people that probably like, no, you got to figure that out yourself. It's part of the strategy. No, I'm just kidding.
I do have that in my sheet, but for this scenario right now, it'd be nice to know for Joe.
That's because you're savvy.
Yeah, you're a lot smarter than me. That's why.
It's an easy calc, guys. Don't
no, I do it by I do it with my calculator on my phone. Like that's why I told him earlier, like you're averaging about 375 a player. Like I did that at my DC auction. I'm getting better with things. Like I don't have the sheets that do it for me, but I know how to put things together. And even Ryan admitted when I told him how I chicken scratch my money left over, how I allocate it. So I can kind of accept that. Like that's a format I accept that you chicken scratch. Like thank you.
I'm going to send you a link to one of those LinkedIn Excel classes.
I would love to take one. I really would. I'm just, I suck at life and I'm always busy. But
you don't.
I'm joking. I'm just always busy. I can barely get done what I commit to as it is. So, yeah. Yeah, Keegan says Bubba writes it on his sticky notes he drafts from. He's not far off. Not far off at all. Latest RotoWire news: Geloff could see time in center field. Max, honestly, like Geloff's bat needs to be in the lineup. I know he swings and misses a ton, but like the dude's a 2020 bat. Like he's that good, but they don't have a spot for him right now. Is the problem?
I mean, if they're going to play him in center, then they're going to take one of the best defensive players in baseball, and Denzel Clark, and keep him on the bench for an experiment. But I don't know. They made an effort to get. They brought in Jeff McNeil, and there was another second baseman that they were pursuing earlier in the offseason. I forget who it is now, but it almost felt. Who is it, Bubba?
No, I'd be shocked if Denzel Clark's defense. They kept Lawrence Butler out of the lineup last year, so the Geloff thing it's a cute idea. I would love to see it. Was what I'm going with, but I'd be shocked if it happened.
Yeah, I mean he's like around 48 pick in DCs or something like that. I guess it's worth it if they're going to try and play him. But actually, that reminds me, I should check if I'm on the clock in my slow DC. It's a good time to check it right now.
Dustin Anderson says, I always have an old school Texas Instrument calculator handy during these drafts. Respect, Dustin. Mad respect on that one. A little TI-87 probably. It's all good. Love it.
Oh, man, these are stressful when they get down to this point.
Yeah, because now you got to really get nitty-gritty. The hardest part here is we've kind of said like Joe knows how much he should spend per player. He knows how many players he needs. So now it's sitting on, is this the player I should spend on? Should I click the button? Like this is where it gets stressful in that regard. Not that he's picking the wrong player. It's more so like, okay, I want these three guys. So should I bet on this fourth? Like it's just, there's so many levels to it right now. This is where, again, dead horse here, just pounding those middle rounds to fill your team up feels so much better.
There's a really good couple really good $1 players still. There's actually there's a few of them.
Oh, yeah, there are.
I don't want to highlight them because I know this room is a bunch of vultures. But...
I'd suggest a piece of paper next to you with a pen to write them down to remind yourself. But that's just something I do because I have that conveniently next to me.
Yeah, I got some paper, and I don't think I have a pen right here.
Yeah, when I stream live drafts, if I'm trying to hide things, that is a big thing I will do is take a lot of notes next to me so I don't forget, because I will forget while streaming. that will happen.
Yeah, after you get through a 3-hour live stream, you barely know your own name. There he is, Chandler Simpson.
Yep, right out the gate, starting things off.
Okay, I'll be in for $3. Let's see what happens.
Justin Crawford went for 5.
That's wild, if you put it that way.
Yeah. That's why I just want to throw it out there to see where it went.
Am I getting it?
Joe Orrico is the proud manager of Chandler Simpson for $5.
First time I have a share of Chandler Simpson.
So you just went Chandler Simpson for 5, Adelise for 6 back-to-back. That's actually not a bad combo.
And now we got Mr. Caglianone, or Caglianone.
You just need Chandler to play all seasons. The problem. That's the kicker.
Even if he doesn't, though, even if he's playing part-time, I feel like I can still get
I mean, not go to AAA.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm referring to. Not be platooned. I'm just being play. Oh, come on. Give him a little Italian. Like, come on.
To say, I like that. I haven't been able to draft him yet, but I want
Get
him.
the gabagool. Did it freeze?
It froze.
Yeah,
I saw. Oh, it froze on my screen.
No. Joe.
My dog's even at it, making sure I'm okay right now. My dog.
Can he come make sure I'm okay?
Oh, I heard he came running down the hall.
Jesus.
What a good dog.
We're good.
No luck, man. It freezes for a second. I think I have him, and then nope.
Ooh, that would have been.
Carter's still there. There you go, Joe. Bid on him.
I love me some Carter Jensen. I think he's going to play a lot more than people think.
Can I just get one, like, underbid? Anybody?
Yeah, see, this is what I was referring to about the tilting on picks right now, because I know this feeling that Joe's going through, going, why can't I get a deal? Like, what's it take around here?
This was happening last night, too. There weren't a lot of – people were going hard for, like, the 4, 5, 6 range.
It's a really nice little range. I wonder what Connor Griffin will go for.
Connor Griffin. Well, we'll find
You need
out
your RP2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Connor Griffin's, if you want to get some money off the table, it's not a bad one to throw out pretty soon. Yeah,
I don't really feel confident here about Jax.
I think your other option there is I'd go for 6 on Jax versus O'Brien because Riley O'Brien goes for 6. I like Jax better.
And you said it's hurt.
Jax is filthy. He's got some great.
What happened to Uceta?
It's
Shoulder.
Yeah, gonna get MRI and everything.
And they want to trade Clevenger too. I think it was the rumor.
Yep. I've always loved Jax. I've been a huge Jax fan.
Honestly, put my cards on the table. I didn't know about the Uceta shoulder, and if I'd known, I probably would have bid him up. But
yeah, it's all good. But
still Riley O'Brien. I feel like he's the Cardinals guy, but
I've drafted plenty of O'Brien because I've gotten hosed on relievers, so I'm not opposed to it either.
Didn't you take O'Brien in our DC we did? He was like, you mean Ryan? Yeah.
Yep, I think I took O'Brien. I think I even took JoJo later, even though JoJo they want to trade him.
And Brian then Randy, it was Randy, right? Randy and Ryan were taking the A's and the Rays guys.
Opposites of each other. Yeah. They did the Rays, the A's, all that. Yeah.
At the turn, that was funny.
So Zach Gallen for $5. Wow,
is still out there, Britain. Abreu is a decent little buy if there is something that's worse with Hader.
I love that idea.
Man, what you could do if you go for Abreu and grab like Vodnik in the reserves or something like that.
I also like the guy in the guy for the Athletics,
Sterner.
Yeah,
Sterner I like a lot too.
I have him in a couple DCs.
But I also don't like this is where like if you need to save $1, if you want to put a buck Mark Leiter Jr. or a buck Hogan Harris, like I like Sterner too, but I think it's more up for grabs than people want to admit.
Probably, yeah.
There's also Jack Perkins. He could end up going into the role.
Yep. Yes, we had Trevor Rogers for 6, Zach Gallen for 5. So again, discounts. I'm just surprised to see Trevor Rogers AAV still just $7. Like people
I don't get why it's so low.
They're not buying that second half, which was as legit as you. If you believe in stats, if you want to use stats to justify other players, Trevor Rogers' second season was pretty darn legit.
I think the only thing I could point to is like the left on base, BABIP, that type of stuff, which was a little bit high. But he's put together, like he's had 5 years, and 2 of them have been great, 3 of them no good. But I don't really know how to feel about him. Like he's not a big target of mine, but if I end up with him, then I don't have a problem with it either.
I guess feels like more like an $11 or $12 guy to me. Just looking at the rest of the guys going in there, but I could be totally wrong. Like Captain Jack just went for 7.
Rogers year-long K- walk was 17.5. His CR was 3.76. His xFIP was 3.64. 12.5 swinging strike. 3.35 xERA. O swing, Z contact were great. Ball rate was only 32%. The only thing was his hard hit was high, but and the BABIP was low. But everything else is saying that he's good. Again,
what were the Strand and BABIP?
BABIP was 226, and the left on base was 84.2. So both very high. But despite that, the Sierra and the xFIP and the xERA all say that he was still good though. Like he should have been good, but just not as good as he was. Obviously, it was just people are overcorrecting. I think in the other direction now.
$9 Connor Griffin. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one way to get money off the table right now.
I put him up for $1 just to see what would happen.
No, that's another strategy this time. Like people ask strategies when we do our shows. Like, hey, if you're low on funds and you want to see other people's funds disappear, like you start throwing those kind of names out there. Like if you know you're not taking them, we'll start getting that money so someone doesn't get a deal later. Also, but Connor Griffin at 9, he's literally like the most polarizing guy out there right now. $9 could be an amazing steal if you believe he's God's gift to shortstop. At the same time, could be another prospect that struggles.
Yeah, Rob Silver's somebody that I trust and I like a lot. He's a good friend of mine, and he cannot stop talking about Connor Griffin, which makes me think that I should look more into Connor Griffin and be more interested.
If it's not Canadian politics, it's Connor Griffin coming off his timeline. So,
I mean, those are the things you got to talk about. Pirate shortstop, Parliament Hill.
I love Rob Silver. He hasn't been out to FPAS in a couple years either.
Yeah. I think the last time I saw him there was 23, 22, something like that.
See, this is the format. Like I'm usually the anti-Matthew Boyd guy, but for $4 to save money, I am all about that. Run him out there. If he breaks down, you drop him. Like I took him in my OC super late. It was like my SP6. Like I'll take Boyd and see where we're at that point.
I think he went for a lot last night. I'm trying to find him on the board. He went for 7 last night. He almost doubled his AAV.
Yeah, see, that's where things get a little dicey. Yeah, because his AAV's 4 in the last 20 OLACs. It's gone anywhere between $2 and $7.
7's pretty high.
Yeah, so
That's more than what Rogers went for. There's no way I'm taking Boyd ahead of Rogers in a snake equivalent type scenario. There's no way.
Okay, Edgar Caro. Here we go.
What's your catcher 2 plan, Joe?
Whatever's left.
Stevenson, O'Hoppe, Wells, Dingler, Naylor, one of those guys.
Yeah.
O'Brien, I need to be in.
I like those 4.
There's Riley O'Brien. I'll give it to him for $3.
Yeah, right.
Riley.
Glitch.
I don't get that lucky.
Oh!
I don't get that lucky, Bubba.
You still have room. Go 5. Go 5.
I have to keep going, but that's like
I gotta stop making that noise.
It's so cruel. It's like am I gonna get him?
5 works. That's still not
go.
bad. Like, you nearly got the 3, which would have been obviously amazing. 5 you can work with.
5 I can work with. I got 3 pitcher spots, outfield, corner, middle, and utility.
Corner.
Man, that's so annoying. That's happened to me like I want to say 5 or 6 times. Like Barger, Cagliano, and I'm gonna have to watch this back at some point and try and find all the moments.
Look what Ryan said. Bubba's dog is more on tilt than Orrico.
No, I'm like dead inside at this point. I'm just used to it. Like I was fully expecting it. Like when I was at 3 and it was counting down, I was like, I'm not getting him. I know I'm not getting him for $3. So
like I didn't the last possible second.
Britton likes the O'Brien buy.
Great buy.
I like it. I've been taking advantage. Like at that price, the way again we keep saying how the closers market's insane. Like I'm down taking that bid and playing the fab game if I have to at that point. I'm not leaving a draft spending $40-$50 on closers. So if you want to take a top end guy, then you're going to have to be okay with some of the bottom of the barrel. Basically, it's just the life of the situation.
Bednar O'Brien, $24. I can put my
That's
head
awesome.
on the pillow. I can put my head.
That's
on the
a way to do it in a fab league, fab auction.
Yeah, like I had Steve O'Swerve on, and he was breaking down like all the auction championship, the $1,600 auctions, all of the winners of their leagues, how they spent in pitching, the pitching hitting splits, and then the pitching split, starting pitching, relief pitching on draft day. Almost all of them, it was like $25 or left, and it was almost exactly how you did it, by the way. So it's just because you just play the fab game, like you learn, and it helps with the balance we talked about of the rest of your team by not overspending at the closing position. It allows you to allocate so much money to guys that are, I'm not gonna say more impactful to your team, but you kind of have a rough idea of what I'm trying to get to there.
Yeah.
So
guys that can impact your team in more categories than just one. Yeah. I like Ashcraft. I wish I had a little more money to bid on him.
Pirates. I guess I could. Something, man. Pirates are putting together a fun squad. Quite an Aaron Nola season. Make Ryan giddy. What is Aaron Nola's AV?
The Pirates have the funniest projected rotation because it's Skeens, Ashcraft, and Chandler, who I love, and then you got Mitch Keller, who's whatever, and then projected as the number 5 starter is Jose Urquidy.
Yeah, when they traded Mike Burrows, I was bummed. $4 Aaron Nola, Ryan would be over the moon right now because Aaron Nola's AAV is 5, as high as 7, as low as $2. $2 sounds about right for Aaron Nola, but that's just me. So yeah, $4 Nola, Ryan would be pumped on that.
Yeah, he could bounce back. He could bounce back. I wouldn't be shocked by it. He's still not like super old, right? He's like 32, maybe 33, or is he older than that?
No, I think you're in the ballpark. I think it's like 32, 33. Ryan likes him for a reason.
He could still have some gas in the tank. Yeah, as soon as they turn 30, Ryan takes note. Moniak, $4, not bad.
Nola had a 62% left on base last year, so about as bad as good as Rogers was.
Yeah, Moniak for $4, one of the better platoon options. Like, problem is it was pointed out on my Rockies preview is with Matt Heckman. it's a home road platoon and a lefty righty platoon, not just the lefty righty problem with him.
Yeah. It's hard to pay up for that.
It's a double whammy.
You can play him in very specific circumstances. Although if you're somebody listening who's in like a daily league, and especially like a shallow league, Moniak probably going to be a decent streamer if they got 3 righties at Coors for a weekend or something. Like that's gold.
Like those Yahoo daily leagues.
Yeah, he's outstanding there.
Even in the DC though too, where you have hopefully 7-8 viable outfielders.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 catchers still need to be taken. Wow.
Ooh, this will be great. I'm going to really enjoy these final rounds. Get to speak in my love language. Deep catchers. Shane Bieber, nothing to do with him. How are you, as a Jays fan, what are your thoughts on what's going on with Bieber? Like, I'm not trying to bring you down, just like Jays fan, fantasy fan. Like, what are we doing here?
I mean, initially coming into draft season, I was pretty interested in him. Another year removed from the surgery. He pitched pretty well in the playoffs. It wasn't amazing, but he pitched relatively well. And I took him in my first 2 drafts of the year, which were Gladiators. And this was November, Gladiators. Maybe even late October. I forget when they started. But at this point, I got to be all the way out. When you're already dealing with arm trouble at this time of year, it doesn't really matter who you are. For the most part, I'm just out at that point. I can give you maybe 100 decent innings in the second half, more in the second half, possibly. But I just don't think the price has really come down enough where I really care to take him, I think.
Yeah, he was a full cross-off for me when that last. I wasn't that invested anyways when that last bit of news came out. I was like, it's been cool, Shane. I'm out.
And we should have known, right? When he opted into that money, the second the year ended, pretty much. I think we all should have realized. Toronto. I think that's a part of it, and I don't think, as much as I'm a Toronto homer, there have been a lot of players who have said that Toronto was like a really, really good place in terms of the clubhouse, in terms of how they take care of the families. I think that there is still going to be that otherness of having to like live in another country that can hurt getting free agents, but at the same time, the Jays have done a pretty good job. Springer, Hyunjin Ryu, you get Bassett, you got Dylan Cease. They still brought in some pretty decent sized names over the years.
That's a player you should be in on right now. That's sweet too. Oh yeah, okay. If you can get him for that,
that's top dollar. That's top dollar.
And no, that's fair. It's as high as you can go. But he's their opening day starter. He's as boring and as beautiful as you can find. No Kelly.
I took Kelly last night.
I like him. Yeah, I like him. He's just one of those guys that nobody ever cares about because he's not sexy, but gives you innings, gives you good ratios.
What'd you get him for, Ben? Do you remember?
I think I got him for 4. I'll double check though.
Yeah, it's not bad because right now he's getting price. This is so we talked about.
I got him for $3.
See, that's outstanding because right now he's going for $3 over AAV. This is the thing with these late picks. Guys start reaching because they want it gets interesting down the stretch here. Like Chris Bubic, we don't even know. He threw a bullpen and looked great, but we never saw him pitch the rest of the season last year. So I still have some qualms, but in a fab league, it's like Matthew Boyd to me. Like, okay, we know how good he could be. So if you get him for cheap, that's my thought on Bubic. Like, I didn't draft him anywhere to draft him hold. Nowhere.
Yeah. Bubic, when he's pitching, I think he's going to be good. I just don't know how many innings that's going to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like in a fab, if I can get him for $3-4 in an auction, okay. I think I can check that out, but I'm not running to go. Like I said, I have 0 draft and hold shares of Chris Bubic.
Yeah, I think that's wise.
What are you guys doing with this Chicago Cubs catching situation? Carson Kelly versus Miguel Amaya.
I'm taking Kelly on a team. That's about it.
It's not a super strong feel of it, to be honest. Is Ballesteros not factoring into that equation anymore?
He's pretty much going to DH only. It sounds like they want him to DH pretty much every day. So it sounds like it's a Kelly Amaya situation. There's Brian Abreu, by the way.
Yeah, if I hadn't got O'Brien, I'd be in here, I think. But he's already a couple bucks over.
Yeah.
Not a bad price, though, if you're in need of a second reliever, especially if you are. I'm not sure if he is, but if you're the guy who took Hader, I think that's a fairly wise backup option.
Yeah, it's a great backup option. I almost feel like Welch is the one that took him. I'm not sure. Dollar Austin Wells is, that's pretty sweet. So these cheap catchers are about to get underappreciated here, it looks like. $2
Yeah,
Austin Wells, $3. Okay, at least it's getting closer to reality.
There's one or two more catchers that I like. What do you think about Keybear? Do you think this whole Ford thing is gonna take his job? You think, man? I know you like Keybear. You have like.
I love him at his price. I've preached about it. I have him as a catcher 3 in a lot of leagues. Like, could Ford take it over? Sure. I think they want Ford to DH catch. They tried him out in other positions, just like the Mariners used to, because they had the big dumper there. Keybear has been so banged up with illnesses and injuries the last 2 years. Like, before he was hurt, he was basically out under Kirk. So like I'm not giving up on Keybear just yet. He's so cheap. Like, what's it going to cost you? He's a catcher 3 in drafting holds. He's a couple dollar catcher here in an auction. Like, I don't hate it as a catcher 2. Could he lose his job to Ford? Possibly. I'm a believer that he doesn't. But the Nats are doing all kinds of goofy stuff. So who knows?
The rotation is looking horrific.
It's putrid. Like, absolutely embarrassing.
I have Ruiz on 3 of my 6 DCs in my catcher 3, so
respect.
I bought him.
Yeah, I like that.
Goodbye on Willie Castro, Joe.
Thank you.
Willie for $4. Nice.
Yeah, we talked about it on the Sleeper and the Bust. I don't know if it was the most recent one, but no, I think it was a couple back now. That Castro could be a dark horse, like 2020 guy this year. You know, he's stolen upwards of 30 bases. He's not a huge power guy, but in Coors, I think, pretty well anybody can hit 20 in a full season. And he's dirt cheap, triple eligible at 3 bad positions. I think there's a lot to like.
Yep, I've been taking him rather frequently in underdog drafts. He goes extremely late, and I'm just like pounding him in there.
Yeah, I came into it when I first saw that he signed there. I thought, here we go, Tyro 2.0. And I was kind of off of him for, the first few weeks, but thinking about it more, I shouldn't think that way just because one guy who's relatively similar profile didn't work out there. I think Tyro also dealt with injuries and stuff, but Castro should play, right? They'll give Castro pretty much every day run.
He's supposed to start at third base, and he can play all over the place. So yeah.
Oh, Friedel, I really like TJ Friedel too.
Did you guys see that Levastu is already full, and then Dungan has 6 $1 players you can bid on. That's it. So
nice.
Somebody said in the chat, Orrico, on my bucket list to stay at the Marriott connected to the J Stadium. Have you done it? Is it worth it? I have not done it. It is like ridiculously expensive. I know Pat Mayo did it during the World Series.
Yeah,
I think he paid like $9,000 or $10,000 for one night. Now that's of course that's the
He's
World
got so
Series.
much money, Mayo. It's wild.
Yeah, and it's the World Series, so it's different than going on a Tuesday in June to see the Pirates come to town or something like that. I think if it's a special enough occasion, then maybe it could be worth it. If you're coming to Toronto and you don't live in the city, I could get that. Living in Toronto, I couldn't pay thousands of dollars to sleep in my own city in a different bed than my own. I couldn't do it. But as a visitor, I think it would be pretty appealing. Watch the ball game from up there. But it's not going to be cheap. It is not going to be cheap.
Edwin, you set it just went for $3.
Yeah,
that's either gold or a roster filler for now.
Oh, Donovan! I thought I was going to get a nice deal there for $4.
He's Nebraska.
Probably need more power than Donovan.
Yeah, he saved you from yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, Freeman, Polanco, Neto, Suarez, Adolis Garcia, Dalton Varsho. I think power. I mean, you think that's light still?
You need like upper 200s in homers. I switched my targets from my DCs to the main event as my proxies for this, and there's a big jump in the number of homers. I mean, of course you can fab them, so it's different, but
here comes our Robert Garcia.
It's a big boost in the power that you need.
By the way, the team that has 6 $1 players left, he wanted us to refer to him as Grizz. He just told us in the chat.
As Briz?
Grizz. Grizz like Grizzly.
Oh, Grizz.
What did Robert Garcia's one for $3? Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. If you're just really saying screw it with saves. And it's a massive screw it, don't get me wrong, but I get it.
Give me Steve.
Oh, come on, be nice to Joe.
Steve, come on.
Be nice to Joe. Yes. $3 Tyler Stevenson. I respect that.
I like
well done.
Ballpark.
I like him for a bounce back.
Yeah, one of these days he's gonna put it back together. Like, he's that talented at the hitter.
A 20 home run season with a 280 clip, something like that. please.
Yeah, something in that ballpark. I could see that. So you have $16 for 6 players. It's not bad.
Bubba, are you worried about Dingler's shoulder?
A little, not a ton, but it's obviously not as great as when I drafted so many shares of them already. Yeah.
Because when I converted my DC rankings for the AAVs, I have Dingler like 3 rounds ahead of where I have Stevenson 2 rounds. But then in the auction last night, I bid on Stevenson before Dingler went off the board. So I thought about it. I'm like, well, I don't know if I should have done that because I like Dingler better, but
yeah,
I like Stevenson for the bounce back too. Like they have different profiles, kind of, so it's different.
Totally different profiles. Like if Stevenson plays to his full capability, which we've seen for a small glimpse, I think he's better than Dingler. But that's a big if with him. Like I think they're pretty even overall, honestly. But
projections don't like either, of course. But
yeah, if Dingler's healthy, I prefer Dingler. But
yeah, like
by the way, Andrew Abbott just went for $3 to bring back that full circle from earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so such an elite talent for $3 says everything.
I have for 4, so that's 33% less than what I paid. Nice.
Of course, you went to the percentages.
$3 Colton cows.
It was so quick too. You did it so quickly.
Or I paid 33% more than what he paid.
Hey, sorry, Joe. Joe, Colton Cowser for $3. You need power. That is awesome.
It's not too bad.
I think Cowser's a 2020 guy if he can just play all season.
I missed that. Yeah, good job, Joe.
And then Grizz got Dingler for $1. That's not bad when you need $61 players.
I would look at Garcia Jr. too. You can move Willie over to corner and then look at Luis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty valuable at this point in the game, even if he's platooning.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. Do you want me to, I'm going to type in the chat who you should go for.
Now the fun begins. I can't wait to see who this is. Oh, yes.
Yeah. I didn't think he was there still. Then I saw him when Joe was scrolling. I'm like, you have to go for him.
Oh, wait, Luis Garcia Jr. is still on the table for 2. Oh, whew. I was like,
you can move Willie to the outfield too. You can accommodate You can accommodate both guys.
Outfield's full, I think. Yeah, outfield.
You got utility though.
Move Willie.
Utility. You guys don't think he could lose playing time, Luis Garcia?
He could, but at this price,
I guess. Yeah, to who? I guess. Yeah.
The only thing is the platoon. That's the only issue with him.
Yeah, he lost playing time last year. It was just fine.
Yeah.
Again, to me, we're at the point where it's price versus upside, and I'm playing the price game.
Think about it too. Luis Garcia was going at pick like 130, 140 last year.
Exactly.
Now you're getting him at the equivalent of what, like pick 250?
Even
he
Ryan's.
Did what
sorry.
I was say he met his projections last year. I remember me and Bubba reviewed him in our show.
Yep. And even Ryan's like, yeah, I actually don't mind the price this year because he always clowned me for Luis Garcia because all the price makes sense now. It's better than Crickett's Montgomery here.
Crickett's Montgomery. I actually wanted him last night, which is actually really, really weird. I had no desire at all in DCs.
Oh wait, is Weatherholt still out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's an interesting.
And Mason Wynn.
Ooh, those are 2 good middle infield options, but I don't think he needs middle infield, does he?
Well, I could put Castro in the corner. It's really middle or corner, whatever I want.
And you have a utility, so you could.
Well, you could probably start. Yeah, you could probably start with the one that the smarter guy I told you about earlier, and then we can go with the rest. Now we're gonna start moving here, as most people have. Also, you can look at the grid and see what positions other teams need more of.
Yeah, I've got it open. I got it open beside me here.
Oh, here comes Harry Ford. $1, Harry Ford. Come on down.
That's not too bad.
Take a shot, see what happens.
I hate bidding $1 on a catcher in auctions. I feel like it's such a waste.
It's the world. Ooh, Jack.
Because the $1 catchers aren't really deserving of going at this point in like a snake draft.
That's fair. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'd rather pay up for like what you did with Stevenson and get like a solid, okay catcher versus like one of those. Yeah.
Jack Ladder for $3. I'm going to be in trouble if that's what he's going for. I know it's his AAV, but man, love me some Jack Ladder.
Josh Lowe.
No.
I mean, at that price, he's probably worth it.
Click the button. Do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I think he's worth
Yeah.
it. I think even if he doesn't pan out,
It's all health. It's all health. The Angels have nobody else. It is all health.
am I gonna get him?
Oh, it glitched again for a second. I was like, no.
I know.
$3 Josh Lowe. Well done.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
I know it wasn't what Ben wanted because Ben's face right now is like, oh, God damn it.
It's okay.
I was kind of running off Josh Lowe. It's all right, though. I could be wrong.
Oh, right after. Well, you can take a corner infielder, right?
Fire that grill up. Come on.
Yep. It's a Bubba Burger season. Oh, Tarley. I respect.
He's worth.
Oh!
I was say he's worth a 5. He got
Yeah.
pushed up last night too. I wanted him so badly.
I think a healthy Jake Burger is.
He's up to
just
$6.
Yeah, this is what happens sometimes with these guys.
I think he might be one of the risers coming up. Like his AAV's 3, but like in the last 20, he's like in the last like 10 auctions, he's gone anywhere from $3 to $5. Like he's starting to move. Feels like.
I only have 1 burger share. It's definitely not enough so far. I need more. I need more burgers.
Yeah, Spores in the chat agreeing how bad the $1 catchers usually are. There's been articles on it. Dollar Montgomery is looking damn good according to Cricket's Montgomery himself, Bloom. And then he says on brand for Bubba Burger to go for higher than AAV in these drafts. Yep, that's par for the course.
Man, I like Burrows. Why couldn't he have been $1?
You know, I think I'm going to change my ringtone whenever Joe texts me or something to. I've heard that so much today. It's been great.
I realize you muted the guy who says going once.
Yeah, you got to mute that. Ryan tried leaving that on during our DC auction. Like, no, you got to turn that. That's got to go.
I always say whenever I do auctions, I'm going to hear that guy in my sleep.
Yeah.
God damn it, man.
So you have 2.5 per player left, Joe. Just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I need 3 pitchers. I need corner infield.
Don't be afraid to only save $1 for your last few guys either.
Yeah.
If it means getting like a guy for 3 or 4, if you really want them. So
I could put Castro in the corner and find another middle if I wanted to.
There's a few out there.
There's a couple.
You can start queuing guys up now. No one's going to care at this point, Joe, but it's up to you. But
they're very roster constrained at this point.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Like
well,
there's also some corner guys that are nice.
And this guy's still sitting here.
Yeah. Like even like a Miguel Vargas is sitting there. A corner. If you want
if you were to bid on one of those middle infielders, I think the
Rengifo.
software is smart enough to move Willie for you. I hope.
You should, yeah. There goes Mason Wynn as we speak, by the way.
Over
I think he like the price we were paying last year for him. This is just hilarious how far he's dropped when we knew how hurt he was last season. Like really hurt. Got it fixed. Are you out on Rengifo? Are you in, out, going to Milwaukee, catching every day? Nobody?
What do you mean catching?
Well,
Playing third base or Rengifo, sorry.
I moved him up in my rankings, but
for a second my brain wasn't computing for a second. I like Rengifo a little bit, but I mean I could see him hitting 280 with 20 homers or 20 steals, sorry, for Milwaukee. Like I could see that happening, but is he going to play every day? Is he expected to play every day?
He's supposed to be the starting third baseman, yeah.
I don't know what to expect because he kind of has that Ian Happ thing where it's like power 1 year, then it's speed, and then there's no power. So I don't know what to expect with Rengifo.
Yeah, Steven Spores is the mascot. He's in on him in Milwaukee. So,
Bubba, the guy you asked about is still available too.
Like if you have util and you want to take a gamble on a fab, I do not hate it. I'm just gonna put that one to the ether.
I don't really have util because of Josh Lowe.
Never mind then.
Yeah, he's stuck now. When he got low.
Yeah. You didn't like that one, eh, Ben? You're out on him?
I took him into DC, but I think he's hurt or something.
No, he came in the best shape of his life right now. What are you talking about? He looks like he lost.
I saw something that was bad like yesterday.
He's hurt. He has a new injury this year.
I haven't seen an injury. I've heard great things about him.
I thought I saw that his elbows will never be the same.
Well, they never will be the same. Like, hey, when you get to a certain age, Ben, nothing is ever the same. I hate to break it to you.
I'm hitting that point soon, Bubba.
Yeah, you remember your nerve right now?
It took me 3 months to recover from a nerve. I don't even know how I heard it.
Yeah, welcome to getting old.
Yeah.
I should have saved Cantillo. I shouldn't have put him up as early as I did.
That's the other thing. Like people ask about the art of the bid. There's a lot of like gamesmanship, I guess, to like where you go about certain aspects of it. Like Trent Grisham for $2. I don't know what to do with Trent Grisham.
I like him more than Stan, actually.
Well, Grisham should play. That's for sure.
He's a leadoff hitter going super late.
Yeah, okay, there goes Vargas. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Sorry, Ben, I cut you off.
That's all right. That's all basically all I had to say. That's the end of my thing. Late power source, leadoff hitter.
So Caratini went for $1. I just missed. There's another catcher just went for $1. Bo Naylor went for $1. So a lot of dollar catchers.
Do you guys like any of the three guys I have queued up here?
Let me see.
I prefer Beatty and Weatherholt. It depends on what stats you need, though.
Yeah, I probably go Weatherholt just because I feel like he's going to guaranteed playing time to start the season. Like I want Beatty to play. I just don't know where he's like. Is he playing?
Yeah. Yes. So you have the second, third with Willie. I would take Weatherholt over Beatty as well, I think.
Yeah, I think I go Weatherholt, but I love Beatty. I was all in on Beatty, and then they made like those roster moves. I'm like, you guys screwed up my. I've never been a Beatty guy. I'm finally in on Beatty, and then they went and did what they did.
They're still the DH though, so I'm not fully out.
It's just it's totally weird how they're going to put that together. Like they're trying to make him Jeff McNeil, play him in the out. They're trying to play him all over the place right now. It's a weird dynamic.
They had a weird offseason, the Mets.
Big time.
What's happening here, Tarly? Ooh, Logan Henderson.
I have a lot of Logan Henderson.
Yeah, I do too. I have a lot of them. And let's see if I can get one more of them.
I think you got that.
Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens here. Nope.
So you have to move Willie. It's not going to let you.
I have to manually move it, and then I might miss out on making a fucking nomination because of it. That's nice. Come on. Jesus.
You could go higher.
And then I could go just $1 pitchers.
Yeah.
Let's do it. What do you mean? Wait, what?
You got him.
Yeah, you got him for $5.
You probably the other guy probably couldn't have bid any higher than you, so you probably had the hammer in that instance.
Oh, I've never seen that happen before.
That's the only thing I can think of. And nobody else has a 5. Everyone's got 4s.
Yeah, Welch has a 9 unless he doesn't have a space for it. Welch has a utility.
He has his max bid's 4 though, so you could have so once you went 5.
Right, yeah. Huh? I've never seen that happen before.
2 $1 players left.
2 $1 pitchers.
Which is what I was saying the entire time.
Yep, Ben was all over
I said
this.
3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, I was on the 4 train for a while there, but I missed you got Logan Henderson for $3. I don't hate it, but Ryan made fun of me forever for taking Henderson in my OC.
Why?
I don't know. I took him at I thought a respectable time in the draft. Like, hey, it's an OC, I'm taking my shot. I could drop him. It wasn't like an early. He was like my SP. I want to say 7 or 8. Like, I didn't see a problem with it.
That's later than I got him. He's my SP 5.
I might be wrong, but I feel like it wasn't that early.
For $1, guys, I'm kind of looking at like Detmers. I like Ryan Nelson.
There's a lot of options. Just feel free to go. Oh, here goes Giancarlo. Now we're talking.
Go for Mize.
Yeah, Mize is a good one.
Stanton for $2. Get it, Welch. Get it. I'm much higher than most, I think, on Stanton. I understand the injury risk, but even in partial time last year, he was one of the top hitters in baseball.
Yeah.
Dude's a freak. See Beck with the veteran move, throwing Bader out for $2, so everyone else just sits back and watches.
I love freezing the room like that. Just go a little bit higher than people would expect, and then no one does anything.
No one is knocking on the door.
I like that Priester for 2. Patrick went.
Shaw.
Man, the brain starts to shut down after 3.5 hours, doesn't it?
Yeah, this is where you really got to grind it out because then you have to.
And
then you have
it's
the speed
lightning.
rounds. And then you have the
It's
speed
so
rounds.
fast during the reserves. It's
Yeah.
insane.
That's why you should start
1 minute.
set
1
your
minute.
queue up like crazy.
Yeah, but people go like in 10 seconds. Like people just fire off picks. I don't get why people. I think people are just like they've had enough.
They're
They're just
over
like,
They're just over it.
they're like, I'm not waiting a full minute anymore.
Yeah, I think that's
funny.
That's wise.
That's funny.
What's nice about next Sunday though is that I don't have to worry about the reserves because I have the DC portion after that. So
Yeah, a slow draft at that point.
yeah,
It starts right away though. Just remember that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of liking this team.
It's coming together pretty good actually after that spending early.
I don't know about the Chandler Simpson pick. Now that I look back on it, I don't know if I really needed his speed necessarily, but for $5, it's not too bad.
So this means you go for power in your reserves.
Yeah, and I think I have a pretty good base of power. Like when I look at Contreras and Stevenson, those should be 20 apiece. Freeman should be 20, Polanco 20, Neto 25, Suarez could be 35, Garcia could be 25. I think it's okay. I think it works.
Yeah, you need to average like what is it? 20 something, a little more than 20 per spot.
Is that what it breaks down to? Yeah, 20 a spot.
Yeah, let me look. So 14
crunch
spots.
time. They really. So I love that guy, Joe. They just
21.4 homers per spot for the main event.
You like that guy too, Bubba?
I love Soriano. Yes.
20. You said 24 homers per spot.
21.4. 21.4. Yeah. So I think Suarez helps offset Chandler.
Come on down. Come on down, baby.
He's the bad X. He's a top 20 pitcher.
Oh, there we go. There we go. That's one of the first times I've actually felt happy with.
Yeah, I love Soriano for $1. That is awesome.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Like he's another one of those guys that seems like he's just a minor tweak away from like figuring it all out. As weird as that might sound.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
So for $1, why not? Like that's the kind of dollar play right there. And there's a guy that you scroll by. I'm not telling you to go take him, but again, if people really want to get weird, looking for saves, or maybe he's not the Clayton Beater still out there. If you really want to get weird, he's technically the closer. I'm not saying he is like Sterner still has like these are guys that'll go in the reserve rounds. Yeah, you're specking, but I just wanted to throw that out there as well.
Oh, somebody tossed up Nelson. That's a shame.
Like SWR is there for $1. I like him. You got a few options. Snelling's out there.
Roki Suzuki's out there.
Oh, Noah Cameron.
You know, Noah Cameron. If you like ratios, that's a dude. I don't know what Roki's deal is. I really don't. Like, I think he's electric. I thought he should have been the team's closer. They obviously don't agree with me.
Yeah. I like Detmers. I don't know how about doubling up on Angels starters to close out the draft. But
that's tough.
I would go Cameron over Detmers.
They did fix the HVAC, so that's good. Grant Holmes.
I even go Grant Holmes over Detmers.
Yeah. I like Grant Holmes. He's a good guy.
Yeah. There's a handful of goals. Beck just got Snelling for $1. That's beautiful.
Is Grant healthy though? Is he coming into the year?
They said he is. Threw a good bullpen there to again. Believe it all when you see it, but you're paying $1 for a guy. If we knew he's healthy, probably goes for $5, $6, $7. Like he was very popular last year.
He's one of the few major league players that I'm actually kind of friendly with. So maybe I'll ask him, see what he says.
There you go. See what he says. Take him. Brady Singer's still out there.
I love Cade Cavalli this year too.
Yeah, there you go. Go for it then. Like it's $1.
Yeah, I just wonder if I might be able to get him in the reserve round, but
you could wait or you could get him now. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is it worth waiting?
Well, what pitcher would you want over him though? Because I'll tell you, I've left as a pitcher.
I only have one pitcher. Yeah, I just wonder, like, just like structure wise, if I can afford to take somebody else here and wait on Cavalli, but I might just put him up. I really like him.
Yeah,
I got Cavalli. Where did I get Cavalli?
Bailey over
last
for
guy.
$1 too feels like a pretty decent value.
Agreed.
I think I got Cavalli in the reserves last night.
These are all valid points.
You took Cavalli last night, Ben?
Yeah, I think I got him in the reserves.
That gives me a little bit more encouragement.
I'm going to verify that right now.
Yeah, and then start setting your queue for your reserves. I know you don't want people to see, I guess, but just light up the thing. Put some fake ones in there if you want. I don't care, but you'll be happy you did it later.
That guy who was the first overall pick. What's his name?
Pitcher?
The San Diego first baseman. Remember the guy that appeared at the
at the very top.
Yeah, that guy.
Was,
ranked player.
Oh, is he gone now?
He's gone.
Hey, Cicchini's asking, what are Joe's outfielders besides Adelise and Simpson?
I went Duran, Adelise, what was the rest
Josh
of it?
Lowe.
Chandler Simpson, Dalton Varsho, Colton Cowser, and I have Josh Lowe.
Yeah.
See, this is why I shouldn't talk on the stream, because somebody else put up Cavalli.
Brady Singer, baby. Boring is beautiful.
Yeah, let's go for Brady Singer. And Praska.
He's got you all night.
You are on my shit list, my friend.
Yeah, he's been on you all night long. Is he one of the Canadians?
Cool.
I can't remember.
Not cool. No, there's the team, boys. Team is filled out.
Love it. Now you got to get ready for the fun part. What are the odds? This is Orrico's live stream? 0.
No,
we all complain about this point. We're all going to keep streaming.
Are you kidding? We're doing a show tomorrow. It's not a live stream actually, but if you guys come in late, Britain, that's funny stuff, man. We're gonna be doing a show tomorrow. Bubba and I are gonna be doing a catcher preview. Surprise, Bubba for the catcher preview. But he's the best in the business. You got to get the best when you're talking catchers, and the two of us and Joe Pizzapia, Mr. Pizza Pie himself, are going to be breaking down the catcher position, targets, fades, all that, breaking down the tiers. So subscribe to Fantasy Pros channel, subscribe to this channel. If you've been sticking around the whole night, really appreciate that. We're winding down here. We are down to the final couple of picks here. A couple of people, mostly just down to the $1 picks, but we do have a $2 Austin Hayes. I think I might cut the stream before the reserve rounds.
Yeah, you let yourself build a queue. That's fair.
I don't blame build the queue. Go get it. Make a little sandwich. Go crack a beer.
Starts pretty quick, so I don't think unless you're just going to draft from your phone.
That's true. Isn't there like a little break? Isn't there like a 5-minute break or something?
There's 2 minutes. It's very quick.
Wow. Okay.
As I say, build.
They don't mess around, Joe.
They do not mess around here.
Just gotta go to bed.
Yeah. Jesus, I do have to go to bed.
Jeff.
It's the beauty of working for a company that's based in the West Coast. I don't have to start as early as I would if I was commuting within Toronto. It's the beauty.
That's pretty nice.
Beauty of the West Coast.
Like that.
Yeah, no. Thanks for having us tonight, Joe. This is great. Thanks for streaming this again. As half of the Bubba and the Bloom, I'll speak for Ryan. We appreciate you doing this.
Oh, of course.
People, as you can tell, the place was packed watching it all night long. So
yeah,
this is
very
good stuff.
No, I thank you guys for coming on, because I would have driven myself and people watching absolutely crazy if it was just me tilting here on my own. But you guys, talking about the picks, talking about players, just shooting the breeze about baseball. That's, I think, what people are here for. They're going to watch the stream in the background and keep an eye on the picks. But 4 hours of us talking about baseball, that's a lot of fun, man. That's why we do this. That's why I do this, is to talk ball with good friends. And you guys are some of the best in the biz. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really do.
Yeah. Shameless plug. Check out Bubba and the Bloom for any new viewers out there. We record twice a week. Got the Patreon. So go check out the fun there. And Ben will be joining me for at least part of my live stream on Wednesday evening. And it starts at around 8 p.m. Eastern time. It'll be League 4. Remember, Tuesday night, Britton Allen and Kevin Hastings will be streaming that draft. We will put all the links on Twitter and everywhere else if you guys are curious. But every other draft for the rest of the 10 listener leagues will be streamed at some location, and we will keep you posted on that.
Yeah, no, make sure you guys are following Bubba, follow Ryan, follow Ben, but make sure you're listening to the pods. The pods are phenomenal. I listen to almost the entirety of the Mike Mager and Mark Winoker auction pod, and I listened to the one that you did with Bloomfield last week. But even if you're not an auction player, I think the majority of people here are probably just regular snake draft people who are listening and watching along to have fun. But for your standard fantasy analysis that, for the snake drafts that we are mostly playing, make sure you guys are checking out all the work from the guys you saw here tonight. They're doing fantastic stuff, whether it's on the written side, the podcast. Just make sure that you guys are supporting great people, and especially, independent podcasts like Bubba and the Bloom. Make sure you guys are subscribed wherever you can.
Ben, any final thoughts?
Thanks for having me, Joe. Yeah, it was last minute, but
thank you, Ben.
Couldn't turn down a good time. So I'm glad you thought
just last minute. I thought I'd sent it to you earlier, and then I was like, holy shit, I didn't tell Ben. And it was
I was ignoring you the entire time. Like, I don't really like Joe anymore. I'm just gonna.
Now we recreated the stream from 2 years ago, which was a blast as well.
Yeah, a little deja vu tonight.
Yeah, and hopefully not deja vu with the standings I'll have, because I think I was 8th in that league. Last year I didn't stream it, and I came 2nd in the league. And we'll see what happens this year. Hopefully we can combine the success of a stream with a first place finish. I'd love nothing more than to have Bubba and Ryan have to buy me something for winning the overall. So let's hope that's where we end up. Have you guys announced the prize for the overall this year?
Yep, same as last year. The overall winner gets a free trip to FPAS. Or not trip, free registration to FPAS. Let me clarify that real quick. Free registration to FPAS. League winners, league winners get a subscription, a year subscription to Baseball HQ, plus your monetary prizes as well from each league. So, yeah.
Awesome. That's great stuff. Make sure you guys are keeping up with these other auctions. There's going to be a bunch of them. There was the one yesterday. It's a lot of fun to follow along as a listener of the pod. A lot of the community in here following along with the show and following along with the stream, I should say. Sorry, I'm kind of delirious after 4 hours. I might not be making sense anymore, but it's been a lot of fun having you guys in here commenting and just talking about the picks for the listeners, for the people who are watching it back later on. Thank you guys for taking the time. I know it's a 4 hour stream. It's not exactly a quick 1 minute TikTok like most of the content these days, but really appreciate everybody for coming on and hanging out. We are pretty much at the end here. We're just down to the final couple of picks. It's mostly just been $1 guys. Kirby Yates went for $2. Roki Suzaki went for $1. $1 Garrett Cole. Kind of some of the more interesting names there popping off the board. My guy Ernie Clement went for $1, but that's
love VC live.
Bubba guys. Bubba's a guy.
Yeah, yep. These are still some interesting type of names, and even if you just
Chase Mydroth, lots of Mydroth shares I have in DCs.
There's some decent names left. That's the thing too. Kind of the last thought is like when you're going through the average snake draft versus the auction, you might get to the reserve rounds, and there might have just been 1 or 2 guys in the auction that just kind of slipped through the cracks that would get drafted in the majority of regular, 23 round drafts, but for one reason or another, they kind of just got forgotten about. So I'm going to go and set my cue. We're going to end the stream there because I think we're pretty much done here, down to the last pick or two. But guys, thank you so much for joining, and we will see you again next time.
See you.